Hello, chatters! Hello and welcome to another session of D&D, the Spark campaign. I am joined with two players today as the other two starting to be taking ticking damage. As lateness will not be tolerated in this D&D group. Hopefully I don't kill one today. That would be quite unfortunate. When last we left our heroes, Abaddon had gotten arrested. Red fell down and saved a lot of people. And Isaac's been hanging out in the forge room, looking at sussy individuals, trying to figure out who the frick is doing stuff. And Verdant is inciting a riot? Something like that. And currently, Red has been vibing in the forge room for now, and he finally said, hey, I'm gonna go talk to my guy, and I'm gonna go do the thing, and I'll be back. And so Red leaves and actually has to go there on foot as the elevator is still currently broken. Oh yeah, Verdant was going back and forth bringing in ores because he had his broom. That's right. That's what Verdant is currently doing, going back and forth doing that stuff.
Yeah, I think he currently has one of my bag of holdings, so that way he can gather materials.
Exactly. Yes. So, currently Verdant is doing that back and forth running animation, and so Red, you have decided to take the long trek up to the other place, as there are other ways to get around the location. It's just the elevator was obviously the quickest way. So you take a little bit of time, a little bit of directions from people, and you get back to the apothecary's location. And I'm assuming you walk in.
I do.
Excellent. You see the older dwarf gentleman standing there behind his counter. It looks like he has like one of those like monocle things on, but he turns it a little bit and you kind of see the coloring change on it. And then he like turns it back and you're not sure what he's doing, but he looks up and he goes, ah, and he takes it off and sets it on the counter. Ah, welcome back. I heard there was quite a ruckus this morning.
Yeah, the gondola broke.
I heard about that. Oh, they really should be taking better care of those things.
Well, I'm just glad nobody was hurt.
Same. I heard your bravery.
Anybody would have done what I did.
Well, maybe. You never know. Well, I'm sure you're here to know a little bit about your thing that you left me last time, yes?
Yeah.
All
and
right.
if you remembered anything else what we were talking about.
Well, you'll have to jog this old memory, but for now, he takes out some papers and like shuffles them a little bit and sets them down, and he goes, all right, so this, and he takes out like 3 different vials, and he sets them down. He says, I did a little bit of testing, and I think from the testing that I have on here, we have some kind of very strange substance that I'm not entirely sure how you would have gotten it because it is very, very rare. It is something called an ulitharid blood slurry. Do you know what that is?
Would I for my studies? Survival check?
Sure, give me a survival check.
14.
14. Not really. You know what blood slurries are. Usually it is something that somebody takes and they mix a whole bunch of crap together and then it's a thing. But you are unsure of the first part. So you do know what half of it means.
Kath.
What?
Do I have time to go get lemonade?
Go get lemonade.
Okay.
You're so incredibly loud. I have to fix
that. Imagine the audacity of being late and then deciding, hey, I want to be a little more late.
I saw 2 on the way home. I wanted to go to at least 1.
Apparently it's some kids, so I can't really fight him on that one.
They are kids.
Fight him on it.
Kids lemonade stand is always top tier.
Fine. Verdant's still getting some ticking damage. So
what?
He's in the Discord.
I've been here I've been here for a long time, Kath.
I saw when you came in. You have at least 2d6 points of ticking damage.
What? I'm not going to an lemonade stand.
You want to go for 3?
I want to go for some lemonade, though.
Why are you like this? I'm trying to have a serious conversation with Red, and you're coming up in here like, I want some lemonade.
It's a hot day out, you know. It's a good summer day for a good drink.
If you want
But,
lemonade, go get lemonade.
I don't have any. I don't have access. How much damage am I taking?
You're about to take 3d6.
Okay. You want me to roll that?
Sure.
Ow, I stubbed my toe.
So no, Verdon, as you are going back and forth between the mine where you are collecting the ore and the fuel for the forge and coming back, you weren't watching where you were going on your broom and basically get clotheslined off of your broom and land flat on your back as your broom goes for a little bit forward and then floats gently to the ground.
What did I get clotheslined by?
Got him.
You don't know. You look around you and you don't see anything. How strange.
That is strange. What the heck?
Back to Red's character. So you're talking to this elderly gentleman.
Yes.
And so do you recognize what the words blood slurry is? Do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, like a blood slurry. My studies didn't take me that far into those. I know it's not good.
No. Usually it's a mix of a lot of potent alchemical ingredients to create a specific outcome. This one specifically is created with the spinal fluid of an elder mind flayer. So how did you get it? That's not really something you just collect.
No. And I'm not gonna lie to you about it, but I need you to keep it between us, if that's all right with you.
All right, but I need to tell you what the effects of this item are because I'm assuming you don't know.
No. I know stories about mind flayers and their history, but I've never fought one.
So this is usually mixed with some kind of mineral salt so that it is easily slipped into a water supply and then it will slowly, mix with the water as it rushes over the actual rock salt. In doing so, it creates a kind of liquid circuit psychic disruptor kind of thing. You know, the stupid lithids and all those little brats. And so what it really does is it shuts down wards and glyphs in an area, wherever that area happens to be. And it makes them look like they're still working, but they don't actually work.
So if you were to look at it with magic, it would still register as a magical thing, but suppressed.
Correct. And it is not viewable by any other sort of magic that is mixed with water. So it would be too diluted to really see any effects happening to the ward in present.
So how would you is there a way to neutralize it?
That would be the more difficult part. You would need to find wherever the mineral salt is and remove it and flush the system, and then it would eventually just cycle out.
Okay. Now I'll tell you where I found it.
All right.
You've heard about the recent sicknesses going on here in the city.
Oh, yes.
Someone has poisoned your water supply.
You see his face kind of do the, oh. No. He goes through all of those, like, emotional things like, oh, I'm angry. Oh, no. How do I fix it? I don't know if I can. Well, I guess we'll see. And so he's like, interesting. Did you find any salt nearby?
Did we, Kath?
Not that you remember, but you didn't dive down to the very bottom of the reservoir. Your shark kind of stood near the top and looked around.
No, we didn't. Nothing like that. I sent a small shark into the water to scout around. It didn't notice anything, so maybe it's deeper.
how are you bound to the shark?
I mean, I can speak to it. It understands what I say, and I get simple messages back when I talk to it.
Okay. Were any of the messages corroded? Because if this creates a kind of psychic disruptor, I theorize that it could interrupt things between a spellcaster and a summoned creature, if that is the kind of thing that you do.
I have been blessed by a few gifts of Malor.
So it would be different, probably, for you, since it's not a summoned creature. You wouldn't, like, telepathically keep it in control, kind of thing.
No, it is its own. It obeys me, but it is not bound to me.
I suppose that would be where you wouldn't see a flaw in the telepathic link, then. Interesting.
Might
He
be a little
starts
hard to
writing
pick
it
up on
down.
it too, because it's not a what I get back from my hunting companions isn't a complex thought.
I see. Well, I would say then go back to where you think the source may be and search around for some kind of rock salt or mineral salt or something that would slowly, break down under water and release itself into there. And then hopefully we can get rid of whoever put this here. That would probably be the worst.
My next step is to find whoever did it, and depending upon situations, either capture them or just straight out kill them.
Now, I will have to tell you, young man, I do have to report this to the council.
Well, that brings me to my next thing I was going to say. Would you be willing to talk to the council with me, because I want them to know?
Well, of course, it is my duty as the top alchemist in this city.
Because you may be okay with people like me, but your city has every right to be wary and mistrusting of us.
I did hear your friend got arrested.
I'm here.
Please tell me Abaddon walked into the shop. Please tell me Abaddon just walked into the shop. He's like, I'm here.
I'm not
Perfect
sure what.
timing. That was perfect timing.
Red, you actually hear Abaddon out in the street just being like really loud and obnoxious for some reason. Right when that's happening.
Is he buying lemonade out there? All right. Yes, he did. I don't. Do you have kids?
Many!
I don't, but I feel like I do sometimes.
They are quite a handful, going off into the world, having kids of their own.
Well, like that. Honestly, if they had kids, they'd probably mellow out a little bit.
You'd mellow out, or your kids would mellow out?
No, they would.
Huh.
I think they would embrace fatherhood more than I probably could. I barely know how to act around people.
You just gotta raise them like you know them.
Is that how that works?
That's how I did it.
Oh, well.
My children were raised in the alchemical setting. If they got burns, we fixed it. It's fine. Rooney's really good about that.
Well, I was raised in a monster hunting guild, so it's not a. I don't think that'll translate well.
I see.
I can't, have my daughter show up from school saying she's getting bullied, then me have to sit her down like, all right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit him in the face as hard as you possibly can, and if he's still moving, hit him again.
Well, maybe at that point you'd go to the mother, unless the mother's also a monster hunter.
I could take her. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Thank you.
Yeah.
If you need me with you, I'm gonna be at the forge. So if you want to send somebody to come get me, I'll be there.
He'll like search around on his desk for a minute, and he picks up this piece of string, and he attaches this piece of string to the bottom part of a.
So fucking help me, Kath. Go on.
What?
Ties it to the bottom of this bell, and he rings this bell that doesn't seem to make any sound, and he says, "I'll be going to the councilman's room very shortly." And then
I'll go with you then.
about like 10 seconds later, his like a smaller version of this old guy kind of like slides into the room with a panicked look on his face. He's like, Dad, are you okay? Did it happen? And he was like, this is my son. He's super excitable. Listen, I need you to take care of the shop. I gotta go to the council member for a possible plot against the city again. It's fine, don't worry about it. He was like, you aren't supposed to ring that bell unless you're dying. They have a little tit-tat back and forth, and he's like, yeah, it's fine, watch the shop. Okay, all right, we're going to the council hall. And he walks out.
So while we're walking, I will walk with him. Like, so I can't help but notice you said someone's threatening the city again.
Oh, I mean, every couple decades things happen, you know. Time kind of flows a little differently for us older fellows, you know.
I've been told that a time or two. Actually, you told me, and I keep my voice low so like nobody else can hear us, about elder mind flare, cerebral fluid.
Spinal fluid.
That spinal fluid? Is that how? I know a long, long time ago, the Durgar and the dwarves were one people. Is that how they were originally turned?
I'm not really sure. I haven't really looked into that part of it before. Perhaps you could ask our council member, since he is one of those. But I think he's like a descendant from that race. But he was here before I was.
He didn't take well to the news. In fact, at first he immediately tried to dismiss the news of Mind Flayer influence, because this isn't the first sign that we've had of Mind Flayer influence here.
Well, for those that have trauma in their past, they would hate to see their, for lack of a better words, bullies coming back, you know. So you try to deny, and then you have to accept it with enough evidence.
That doesn't help anyone.
No, it doesn't, but the rest of the council members will understand.
All right. Do you mind if I collect my friend? He's probably very cross with me, but he'll get over it.
You see Abaddon still unable to fully use his hands yet, just kind of stumbling down the street. It looks like he was released from a guard post nearby.
I'm gonna, forgive me a moment. I will be right back.
Of course, you know where we're going.
I'll sidle up. Well, I'm keeping him in my sights because somebody tried to kill a whole bunch of people on a gondola. I'm gonna make sure the old guy gets to where he's supposed to go.
Fair.
So I'm gonna sidle next to Abaddon. I'm like, hey, buddy.
Oh, hey.
So,
good.
is it you or is it other you? Because if it's
me.
other you, I will beat your ass in the middle of the city.
It's been me this whole time.
If it's been you this whole time, why are you doing shady shit?
I'm not doing
when I
shady
told you
shit.
the council is keeping an eye on you because they don't trust you.
Did you tell me that?
Yes. And then you're like, I'm going to go invisible in front of the guards.
I thought you told other people that, not gonna lie.
No.
I zoned out.
So I need you to
Ah.
focus for me, buddy. Because we got
Yes.
some the shit that we're in, it's about to get worse.
Oh.
We're heading to the council. You need to come with us.
All right.
And I will update him basically saying, hey, that substance we found, not only is it affecting the people that drink and all that good stuff, it came from an elder mind flayer.
Oh.
And it has the ability to turn off glyphs and still have the glyphs register that they're on.
Oh.
So the
Yeah,
ones
that's
that are
not good.
purifying the water are probably not working at all.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, so they're basically going to have to completely empty the reservoir, and we need to get in there, clean it, because it would have been distilled and combined with a salt mineral so that it washes into the water.
Hmm.
So we need to go talk to the council about this. We're going right now. Come on.
Sounds good. Also, I'm still mad at you for stabbing me with that arrow, by the way.
Well, if I thought it was actually you, I probably wouldn't have done that. Or if you would have listened to me. Didn't you already get arrested once for using magic in the middle of town like that?
Well, yeah, but I panicked.
I was right there with you.
I still panicked. You know, fight or flight response, I don't really have the fight response a lot of the time. It's typically the flight, the run away.
I get it because you got wings.
Oh my god.
I understand your joke.
I'm gonna look
I
at the
get it.
camera that's not existent in the distance for that one. Definitely what I meant. But look, yes, I panicked, sorry, and it happened. Still, don't stop stabbing me with those. They suck. They hurt.
Yeah, they're
And
supposed
look, my hands don't work anymore for like I don't know how long.
to. Give it about an hour or two, you'll be fine.
You see him like pull his hands up, and it's kind of like the boneless like fingers and everything. He like shakes them back and forth, and they're just jelly. It makes opening doors very difficult.
You know, I wish I could stop using those on you because I built those for someone else.
Then stop using them on me.
Then stop needing them to be used on you.
You don't have to.
You don't have to do a lot of things you do either.
Uh-huh.
Wowzers.
How about this? We can make a deal.
And what's that?
I'll stop stabbing you with arrows,
Mm-hmm.
and instead, when you do stupid stuff, I'll steal your book and write to your girlfriend.
Yeah, she knows very well if it's me in that book now at this point, by the way.
That's fine. It'll still make things awkward for you, and I know you don't like that.
I mean, a little, but we have a lot of countermeasures for this now. Seeing as it happened already once, and then another time before that on her end. So,
It's okay. So how about we just settle? How about you settle down?
I will try. I hate being the center of attention, hence why I poofed.
All right. And I will introduce Abaddon to the alchemist.
Yeah.
Hello, good day.
Oh, I recognize you. You're the fellow that was causing a ruckus this morning.
Not me.
Not you.
Nope.
Who else could have caused a ruckus this morning?
Somebody else.
Somebody else, he says. And he'll wink at you, Red. Very well, very
And
well.
just,
My name is Karsath, and he puts out like an old, strong, wrinkly dwarf hand.
Name's Abaddon.
Do you shake his hand?
Yes, I try.
You take out your jelly hand and you like
Grab my forearm.
flow it into
better
his,
to
and he's
grab
like,
it there.
oh,
Higher.
yep,
Perfect. Okay, yep. Mm-hmm.
And then he
Sweet.
shakes your arm.
Yep, lovely.
You all make your way down to the council's office, and Karsath walks in and he says, hello, council members, long time no see. And you see all of their faces go, oh, fuck. And so he walks up and he says, man, I haven't seen you guys since, oh man, the last time I had to report something. Agram, the guy in the middle, he looks over and he says, I see you brought two of our guests with you today. What seems to be going on, Karsath? And the old guy, you know, he kind of like sits up very straight and he's got this very serious looking expression on his face. He says, listen, I think our friends may have found something that might be quite a problem, and we probably need to look into immediately. And he will gesture you, Red, to kind of step forward. He says, this young man, tall young man, found a little bit of residue in our water, which normally I don't think would have affected us, but if it's been there for a while, it might be making us sick. And he'll look over at the lady Velna, who you guys had walked around with, and she's like leaning forward in her chair, and he says, "Tell them where you found this residue, young man."
Then your stored water supplies.
In the stored water supplies. Now, Velna, remind me, when do we get, when do we store the water supplies? You can tell from all of the council members' faces that this old apothecary is somebody that likes to stir up shit. And they're all really displeased to see him. And Velna goes, "Well, as you know, usually they're stored about a month in advance. So, that water's at least a month old." And he says, a month old! Well, I believe that would mean that our water supply has been tainted, for at least 2 months then. "And how did you come to this assumption?" says Velna. He says, "Well, looking into it," and he'll look at Thrain kind of directly. Thrain is the guy from the second from the left. He says, "It appears this item seems to have, well, illithid issues with it. Mind flayers, for those that may not know the words properly. It seems to be their spinal fluid has been seeped into our water supply. And I'm afraid I have to report this to you, as this has been going on for at least 2 months to have affected us so deeply." At this point, I need both Red and Abaddon to give me some kind of insight check on the council members. Dang it, Red.
Look, I've done everything I can.
Abaddon, do you have fingers for this? Oh, good.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
goodness.
My fingers don't work, my brain does.
So Abaddon, you're looking up, and everyone looks shocked, except Thrain looks nervous. That's all you get. And so our dear friend here, this old apothecary, Karsath, he says, "I think we need to have the water supply checked, drained, and anything that looks like rock salt cleaned out. Probably by someone, myself. My family can take care of it, you know. We're happy to assist the council members as long as you pay us. But we'll actually be going right on that with your permission, Agram." Hey, Red, you're looking at the council members, and Agram, he gets his eyebrows raised, and then he furrows them, and he says, yeah, okay, you're right. You do know what you're looking for, so okay." And Abaddon, you look over at Thrain, and you see him kind of like do a shifty eyes kind of thing. He like looks left, looks right, then looks down at like his lap before looking back up and staring at Karsath. And Karsath says, "Very good. Well, then, we will start working on that immediately. Please do try to tell everyone don't drink the water for at least the next 48 hours while we do some servicing. Yes? Yes. And you all are
How long
walking
has it
out.
been that my hands have been tingling now? 'Cause it
Uh,
says 3 hours, but I feel like I was being investigated for a minute.
and you did get arrested, and you got interrogated, and then you got released. So, I mean, narratively speaking, it can wear off at any time now, up to you.
Okay. I just don't know, like, time frame wise, how long that would be, but
Sure. It's a random amount of time, so I mean it's probably about now-ish if your fingers can start to come back.
Like I said, like move like just the first knuckle
Yep,
to start. I'm like, ah,
oh, it's coming back. You know, usually when that happens, you get them back.
ah.
It's-
Yeah.
He's got the fuzzy hands.
Yeah, the fuzzy hands. Ah, don't touch him. Don't move.
Oh yeah. The you touch them and there's needles going all down your arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what is about to start
Yeah.
happening.
Sleepy leg. Oh no.
Yep. Yep. Your whole body is about to feel like needles all through it. And you all walk out of the throne hall.
God, he has to walk. Just entire
I like-
needles.
Yeah, I like tantalizingly look at the stairs. I'm like, oh. Like, no. I can't fly because that'll suck even worse.
Oh yeah, your wings would hurt probably a lot.
Yeah, I'll just walk.
I'm gonna move us back to the Dwarven Ford since you're not in
yeah.
the hall anymore. But
As when we're out of earshot, I'll kind of scooch up to Red and be like, "Hey, Red, can we talk proudly for just a moment, a little bit away from the group, about what happened?"
I mean, the only person with you as you're walking away is Karsath.
Oh, I don't know if I want to speak to him yet.
Red Dead.
Red?
Red, did you step away?
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
I've been responding to you this entire time. I'm sorry.
Ah, you're good.
So
Sorry, yeah,
I'm like,
I
yeah,
see.
we can talk. Karsath, do you want me to come back with you? Do you think you're gonna be good? Because the city's a little weird right now.
Oh no, I can walk back home. No worries. Don't drink the water for a little while. I hope you have some stalls somewhere. Right, bye. We'll catch up later.
Okay.
And he meanders off. And
Okay,
it's you and Abaddon alone in the middle of a dwarven city.
Okay, I'll look at him and be like, okay, so this is not actually about anything that happened earlier.
Oh, okay.
Thrain was looking super shifty during that conversation, by the way,
Why didn't you point it out?
because we were kind of in the middle of a. I don't know. I didn't know if it was the right time.
When you notice shifty, it's the right time to point it out.
Yeah, but like sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't.
Yeah, but
I'm still
they're
learning
already
these cues. You know.
okay. So
Look, I'm telling you now.
when your prey start to get nervous, if you
Which
do
he
nothing,
was.
they'll stand still and try and hide. You have to flush them out of the brush.
I'll act like that made sense to me. Yes.
I need to take you hunting. My metaphor is going to be lost on you.
When two
Some of them,
socially
yes.
awkward people try to talk about similar action.
Look, it's
Um,
like, I only know hunting metaphors. I don't know how I can explain this to you better. Okay,
don't-
so
Uh-huh.
we just turn around and go back to the council and be like, hey,
By the way, your
There was
friend
that,
over there is
there was
acting
that very
super
long,
sus.
awkward silence there, and I was holding on to that for so long. It's
So-
great.
I mean, we could always just turn around and be like, oh, hey, by the way, Thrain, why are you so nervous when we mentioned this?
I mean, we could. I don't know if that's the play or not.
Well,
But we-
the
I mean,
longer
we
we sit, the
could.
colder the trail gets. Did you
That's
understand
true.
that one?
Yes.
Okay, I can.
Like a detective thing, yeah. No, I got that one. It's like books. I've read books that have that same similar line.
No, okay, but yeah. So trail's getting cold. What do you think?
hmm I mean, I don't know. If we want to go, I mean, we could go back, tell them up.
All right, that's enough for me.
As a note, you do know that you cannot gain access without a friend with you.
They like me though.
So you're going to try to convince
Yeah, I was like, hey,
your
I have
way
one more
in?
thing. I have one more thing I need to report.
You get to the guards directly outside of the council members' room, and they go, I'm sorry, they are currently in the middle of a meeting. They have much to discuss and are no longer accepting visitors at this time.
What
That's
if I said
wonderful.
it's very important?
Well, you can tell me and I can pass it along.
This is kind of
Mm,
a better thing to tell them directly because it sort of involves them directly.
I
Actually,
see.
we could use your help.
All right.
So you're guard of the city. You have your eye on things. You keep this place very well protected.
Of course I do.
So actually, if you could come with us, I need you to keep an eye on someone.
Who are we keeping an eye on?
Thrain.
And he, like, his eyes go a little, like, angry looking. He goes, why?
Well, I don't see that's why I need to talk to the council because the wiser people of the city. I don't want to start any rumors.
Uh-huh. Well, unfortunately, the council members are unavailable right now, and you would do well not to try to slander any of their names.
Which is why I would like to talk to them about it directly.
And I will put in
Which is
your
why
request.
I also didn't. Well, I appreciate that.
You are welcome.
How long would that be?
I am unsure. Try again tomorrow.
Come on, give Abaddon a persuasion check or something.
What? Verdant falls out of the sky?
Yeah.
You
Hey,
guys
let's have a-
see
Must be the wind.
a paladin just flying by on his room, and he goes, "Wisdom check."
I've been working so hard, Kath. I've been carrying oil all day.
Oil.
It's tiring.
It's rocks.
Except for the forge.
Rocks. I've been rocks.
Well, we're going to be guarding the forge.
All right. I will let you know what the council says.
Yep. Don't drink the water.
Okay. You did not gain access
Yeah.
to the council.
Well, Abaddon, that was a bust.
Yeah, obviously, we're kind of two outsiders.
Yeah, but
We could go get somebody.
I wonder how far it is from here to the council seats.
Abaddon, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Son of a gun. It's not my specialty. It's my specialty.
Oh.
What is-
My
Abaddon,
specialty. It's my specialty.
you are walking next to Red when a small dwarven child comes out of the woodwork, and he runs directly in front of you, and you're able to like do a tripping stop motion to not run into the child, but in doing so your entire body, like you fan out your arms and everything, and that sudden motion causes you immense amount of pain as you were trying to not move your body due to
Yeah.
the pins and needles. Suddenly you can feel all of your hands and your fingers. You're able to move them without too much constraint. But man, that hurt a lot.
This sucks.
And then the child runs away.
You know, you should really get stabbed with one of those one day and see what I feel, because this sucks.
I've been stabbed a few times, Abaddon.
With one of these?
Well, no. Those are meant for you guys.
You should try it. It sucks.
Well, when I listen to a demon in my head or I'm a piece of shit necromancer, then you have the right to stab me with them.
I haven't listened to him in a minute, by the way.
Well, when you're acting shady,
That's just me.
yeah, well, that also could be just him. And I'm paranoid enough in this city without having to watch everybody else here.
You will know if it's him.
I don't think I will.
As the usual tell, my eyes are black. Entirely black.
Noted.
Although, sometimes. I don't actually know. That's my guess. I've been told that's sometimes a sign. But he's also very good at hiding things.
Have you guys seen that gif of like what? It's just the guy, like just the rapid blink, like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I was looking at that made absolute. So you have no fucking clue.
I have an inclination that that is what happens.
So no clue is what I'm getting here.
It's,
You
I
have
mean,
the concept of a clue.
it's a hint, or like an educated.
But how do you know?
Because I've been told by the people.
Okay. So, Abaddon, I love you like a
Huh.
brother. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
If I see your eyes go full black or anything like that, I'm going to beat the shit out of you until you stop moving.
Wonderful news.
I'm going to make sure you're alive, of course. But if I think he's taking over,
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you'll be in a lot of pain when you wake up.
I mean, you'll see probably that my eyes go black sometimes when I cast big spells. That's just because he is technically my channel of focus of most of my magic. I think he kind of taught me so. But outside of spell casting, then bad.
Okay, noted.
I want to just clarify that right now, so I don't do a casting and you're like, oh, black eyes, stab. So
Well,
just
hey,
saying,
you're learning, and I'm proud of you.
I'm trying.
I know you are, and your efforts aren't going unnoticed. I am proud of you.
Thanks. I've gone through the fire and the flames, literally, and I'm going through fire and flames.
Well, you'll make it through the other side, even if I have to pull you across myself.
Abaddon,
All right.
roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Abaddon, you know what prestidigitation is.
Mm-hmm.
You feel as if your body is trying to cast prestidigitation without your consent.
Oh.
I will try to stop it.
Red, roll me a perception check.
Fucker.
You see Abaddon like stop for a second, and then you see just before he covers his eyes, they flash black for just a second before he blinks and then looks back at you. And Abaddon, in your head, you're
This little shit.
I am your sole focus.
Thanks for the reminder that you're still there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look. Is Red okay?
I don't know.
Red,
You'll see just the tips of my fingers are starting to bleed as my claws are starting to poke out of my skin.
it's still me. He tried to cast a spell through me, which hasn't happened in a minute. It was just prestidigitation. What I
So
can
what
tell.
I'm learning is that even when you are fully within your wherewithal, you're not fully in control.
It's how do I explain
That's what I'm
this?
hearing here.
It's like a it's like a puppet. You know, I'm pulling most of the strings, but then sometimes the other person can come in and pull a couple on their own.
Interesting.
Does that make sense? It's one puppet, two puppeteers, although more to my side, so I think.
So he's awake and he can. I'm assuming he can hear what we're talking about here.
Yep.
No, I'm not
Okay.
listening.
He says he's not listening, but I don't buy it.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll say in Abyssal, I'm going to enjoy feeding you to my god.
Can you not do that in my ear every time? It's very.
I need to make sure he hears it.
Oh, he hears you regardless of if you're directly next to my ear.
Yeah, but I make sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Just so you
Okay,
know,
well-
Red's breath is minty fresh.
Mm.
Being the only person in the group that routinely cleans themselves. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I try.
All right.
Okay,
Let's
let's
go,
continue on. That was great. Love that for me.
All right,
Minty,
so
right?
Red, Abaddon, you guys are making your way back to the forge. Isaac, my good dear friend Isaac,
Hello.
You are watching as Verdant flies in and out and in and out, and at one point Verdant comes back and he looks a little ruffled, and he drops off
Ruffled.
his current load.
Yeah. Tired.
You look at.
Yeah.
Wow, we only got another 48 hours.
48 hours. Kat, do I know how much is left?
They need it constantly until the lift is fixed.
All right.
I
Do it
slap
for
him.
you, Marco.
I slap him on the ass as he goes to fly out the door. Go get him, champ.
I'll keep going, knowing it's for Marco.
Yeah. All good. By the time that Abaddon and Red get back, Isaac, you've been watching kind of all of the Forge people pretty closely,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
One of the Forge people that was pointed out to you before, every now and then you see him kind of like stand, look around a little bit confused, but then he like shakes his head and goes back to what he's doing. And it's the first time was maybe he forgot, what he was grabbing. But then the second time happened, and you're like, that's kind of strange. And then it happens a third time, and he kind of stands up for a second, looks around as if he doesn't know what he's doing, and then he turns around and then goes back to hammering whatever he was doing.
Is there I've been okay after like the second time I'm going to start watching him.
Uh-huh.
By the third time, have I found a distinct pattern?
It seems to be any time he gets near the living metal.
It causes him confusion.
It seems to cause him confusion. And then he turns around, looks away from the living metal, and then leaves.
Like, is he leaving?
No. He just like leaves to go to a different part of the forge.
Okay, so he's getting close to the metal, gets confused, and then gets averted away from it.
Correct. And you see this happening a couple times.
Hey, Blue.
Yes. He like looks up from his blueprints. His eyes are glowing a little bit. What can I help you with?
I'm gonna. If I do something kind of weird, can I trust you not to immediately smack the shit out of me? I think we got something going on with one of your workers.
Well, it depends what you're going to do. You're not going to stab anyone, are you? That's quite barbaric.
No. Actually, I'm just gonna bring him closer to the metal. That he actually like kind of nudges a little bit towards the one. He's like looking if that one's back's turned. Because that one there, every time he gets close to the metal, he acts all confused and kind of goes averted away from it. I was thinking about bringing him closer to the metal and just kind of holding him there and see if he goes into a confused state.
Well, as you living beings know, sometimes you could be affected by, what is it called? Heat stroke. Perhaps he is suffering from some kind of heat stroke, and putting him closer to it would probably not be good.
I don't think it's heat stroke, because heat stroke would, like, I know you're not used to, like, our stuff. Heat stroke will put you down. He's more like he gets confused and then goes back to doing his job and just kind of gets avoiding the metal. And I know this stuff can really mess up the lithid and stuff like that.
Well,
Kind of wonder if it's messing with him.
I don't see how it could be. Currently, it is an unworked metal. It doesn't by itself have any abilities to fight against Analythid. That is something that you imbue into it with the runes and the magical energies that we put into it during the creation process. So I don't think what you're thinking is coming to pass. In fact, he may just be sick, and that could be a problem. But if you wish to try out your theory, fine. But if he dies, that will be a problem. So please try not to kill anyone.
I'm not going to try to kill somebody. And on top of that, if he is, then we definitely don't need him working on this at the moment, do we? Do we have somebody to replace him?
Unfortunately, no. Most of the workers have gotten sick lately, and we only have the ones currently here who have been trained to handle properly the items here, as they are quite ancient. And I don't trust a lot of the other dwarves. They don't like them. Every time they come in here, I assess them, and if they touch the tools in a weird way, I get mad, and I don't like getting mad, so...
I mean, granted,
Uh,
I don't like anybody touching my tools either.
Yes, exactly. My master who created this forge originally was very precise about who could or could not touch their tools. They had to be of good character and kind.
Yeah, they do.
So he is of good character. He's been working in this forge for quite a few many years.
Okay. Character. Did
Character?
Dace as me as
Oh,
player here?
okay.
I don't remember. Did we tell Blue that one of the tools got taken out?
You told the guards. I don't know if you ever actually told Blue.
Because I don't remember if they told Isaac.
We told you.
Okay.
I know I did, at least, because Abaddon.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
didn't tell Blue. No, we didn't tell the Forge guys. No.
No.
Yeah, I wanted to, but I never did.
Yeah.
We kept our group up to date, but we did not tell Blue.
Okay. If nothing else, at least kind of seems she's between filling up water and everything else. Maybe have her make a medicine check on him.
Well, of course, we can do that, I'm sure. She's your
Alright.
friend, though, so you tell them what to do, I guess.
No worries. I'll go over to the dwarf and I'm gonna have him stop real quick. I'm gonna talk to him for a second.
You see his muscles glistening in the sweat-filled room, which is still very warm, and he looks up at you, he's like, yeah? And he, like, rubs the sweat from his eyes, and it pours down a little bit, and he says, yeah, what's going on?
Hey, friend, I've been watching you for a little bit.
Yeah?
Blue thinks you might be getting heat stroke. Would you care if my...
Heat stroke? I'm a dwarf! We're hardy folks!
I know, but you have been acting a little odd.
Odd?
Would you mind?
How so?
Would you mind if my friend makes a little bit of a medical check on you?
Well, if you wish to, but we've really got to keep working on this.
All right. He pulls him forward a little bit more towards the forge, and he's gonna have Elise come over and check him.
Okay. So you how do you get Elise to come check them? Because she's just kind of doing her own thing right now. You haven't told her anything.
I'll have Elise come over, and I was like, our friend there, he's acting a little weird from time to time. I want to make sure he's not got heat stroke, Elise.
Oh, okay. So what kind of symptoms are you having?
Well, as he gets closer to the heated metal here, and he kind of moves him there a little bit, do I see him start to get worse?
Roll me an insight check.
Probably better if I have Elise roll an insight check. Yeah, that's about right.
You don't really notice a difference.
But does Elise notice a difference?
She says, well, perhaps you are a bit warm. Come over this way. And she'll pull him to the opposite side of the room where it is much cooler, and she sits him down and she hands him a glass of water, and she starts patting his head down, and she feels his temperature and is like, oh yeah, dwarves are way hotter than I am, so that's not gonna work. Hang on, where's my medical kit?
And I will go over to them so I can make sure that if he actually is some living thing, he doesn't immediately try to stab Elise.
I would never do that.
And I know you would never do that because I'm going to make sure that I stop it.
I think I would do that.
You would totally do that.
I would never.
You were trying to kill Elise with that big boss guy in the castle at one time.
I try to kill your NPCs. Okay. Elise does a bit of a medicine check, and she says, he does seem quite a bit dehydrated. Have you had water? And he says, well, I'm pretty sure someone told us not to drink anything, so I just haven't had any water all day today. She was like, what? drink this entire canteen right now. And she stands up and looks around. She says, hello, did anybody drink water today? And everyone in the forge stops, looks over her, and goes, I don't think I've drank any water today. And she's just like, that's water for everybody right now.
Oh, hold on. Don't drink the water from the city.
I have water. And she'll create water
All right.
for
Good.
everyone to drink.
Good.
And she says, you rest for a little bit. Sit here, rest, recuperate. You were probably about to go into some kind of insanity. Stop it. Sit there. And he will begrudgingly sit away from the heat for a bit of time.
I get blue.
Son.
I get blue a thumbs up.
Elise taking charge of the dwarves. That's pretty rad.
I mean, I listen to her. That's enough for everything.
She is a cleric.
Yeah.
She is the keeper of the dwarves.
Verdant, at this time, you're coming back with another load, and you see that they have gotten the lift fixed. It's been roughly about 4 hours since it did break, and they've worked pretty quick, and it seems that they've replaced a few of the gears, and so this will be your last time as the dwarves pick back up and start doing the runs again.
Oh, well done, construction team. My goodness. That's efficient.
Yeah. So you get back in there and you see that Elise is kind of mothering all of the dwarves currently in the forge and explaining why water is really important for body function. And I don't care, especially if you're in a hot environment. You need to drink a lot of water because heat stroke is no joke. If you perish from heat stroke, everyone's gonna not be happy with you. So just drink a lot of water.
Yep.
She's going off
Water's-
about that.
Water's important. Okay.
So you see Isaac over there.
Hey, Isaac. I'm done with the rocks now that the lift's done.
Cool. You can help Elise give them water.
Oh, okay. What happened? Why does everyone desperately need water?
Apparently they haven't drank any water today.
What the heck?
You
Oh, I guess
told
it makes
us
sense with the
not to.
water. Yeah, makes sense with the water issue. Alright. I will help Elise distribute the water to the people.
Okay. And about that time is when Abaddon and Red come back as well.
Hey, they're back.
Sweet. Hello.
Clap, 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 clap.
Clap, 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 clap.
Elise angrily walks up to you, Red, and hands you a canteen of water. Have you drank water today?
Ooh.
You see Isaac in the background drinking a little water out of his canteen with a side eye at Red.
Red, are
Red,
you
are you
muted
muted again?
again?
Yes. Sorry, I had to go deliver some news, but yeah.
Okay.
What did I miss?
Do you remember? What was the last thing you heard?
Don't drink the city's water. I have water.
Oh, so you missed a lot. So you walk back into the forge, and you see that Elise is mothering all of the dwarves here, and she angrily walks up to you and Abaddon and shoves a canteen in your face without any kind of explanation and says, "Have you drank water today, Red?"
As a matter of fact, yes.
When? How long ago?
I don't know. Good handful of hours.
Drink water now.
All right.
And she spins on her heel at Abaddon. Did you drink water today?
Okay.
And shoves another canteen in your hands. Drink this.
Also, completely unrelated, I may or may not have given
drink
away
it.
both my water skins.
So, how did you... I swear to everything in my power. And she'll walk off angrily.
It was to the elderly.
So
Can't
you
be that
guys
mad at
are
me.
you guys are all back now.
It's all.
We
Uh,
want to try to get
And-
to talk with the council people, but probably can't do that till tomorrow.
Just so you know, most of today has passed by.
okay. Wait, Kath, do I know that Abaddon got arrested?
You were there.
Yeah, okay. All right. Abaddon, I notice you're not
Huh?
being questioned anymore. Did
Yes.
that finally
Thankfully.
work out? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Don't worry.
And you didn't do any shady stuff to escape, did you?
No,
Okay.
none.
All right.
He doesn't know.
What?
Nothing.
Wowzers. All right.
So now that we're all back, I want to pull my group aside. Like, all right, so updates on my end.
Updates, people, updates.
Update.
The what we're possibly dealing with is an elder mind flayer. So, long story short, there was a alchemical mixture that residue we collected is called a blood slurry, and they can have all sorts of different effects. But this one not only would turn off any magical effects, but the way that it works, it suppresses the magical effects without suppressing their magicaliness. So when we went and looked at the runes they're producing and cleaning the water, they're still going to register as being magical, but they're not working at all.
Oh, wow. Okay. That
And the only
explains a
way to
lot.
really fix it is going to have to be they're going to have to drain the reservoir entirely,
Mm.
clean it, and then continue pumping more water in. So they said 2 days, but probably for the next 4 days, these people are not going to have any water to drink outside of what they have in storage. And we already know their storages are contaminated.
Crap.
So I would like, if Elise, if you're okay with this, you and Verdant producing as much water as you can for these people.
Yeah, I could do that.
Of course, there's
And
also Rooney
Abaddon.
can.
Yeah, Rooney
Mm.
probably do too. I would like you to help with that using your precipitation spell to any containers they have, use that to make sure they're very clean.
Can do.
So you'd be overseeing basically sanitation.
Hmm. That's important.
What have you guys figured out?
I figured out they weren't having any water because every time he points at the one that started the whole thing for him. Every time he got close to the fire, he got real confused and then started kind of like avoiding it. Elise said he was kind of like, almost getting a heat stroke there. I mentioned it to Blue. Did you guys ever mention to Blue about the whole tool thing?
No, but I was meaning to.
Oh yeah, apparently he gets very bad about people touching his tools and messing them up. Like me.
Mm.
Abaddon, did they take the file from you?
Did they?
Yeah,
You
who has the
definitely
tool?
don't have it.
Oh,
Yes, they
crap.
did. Yep.
Damn.
Do you
right.
want me to break it to him?
No,
was
I'll do it. I'll do it.
That was crucial evidence.
I mean,
So-
that's kind of why they took it from me. Yes.
That's why they didn't give it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's evidence, they're not going to give it back.
Well,
No.
hopefully they're analyzing it.
Even if it wasn't Abaddon evidence, it was, evidence. But he's going to be real pissed to find out one of his tools is missing.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Hopefully,
we
he
could
doesn't
find
try
out
to
what.
shut this place down.
Well, maybe we could find out where that particular tool is and who worked it last.
I mean, honestly, I could probably just see about going and getting it. Because Blue seems to be very respected, along with the Forge Master. Be like, hey, yeah, I know this is evidence, but I need that.
Well, we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. For right now, we need to make sure he is aware, because if he doesn't like people touching messing with his tools like that, an extra set of eyes on him would be very fine with
Yeah.
me.
Great, yeah.
All right, come on, Red, let's go tell him.
Alrighty. Hey, Blue.
You see the construct look over at you and say, "Oh, yes, the tall one."
Oh, hey, your name's Blue. I'm Red.
Name change in progress.
I can't. The name Blue actually has a connotation attached to it.
Oh shit.
I've met very many people named after colors.
I'm not named for a color, but what can I help you with?
So,
Is that blueprint?
Oh, that's genius. Is it?
It's a piece of it. What can I help you with?
Sorry, I don't mean to keep doing this. So, I hear that you don't like anybody messing with your tools.
No, I do not.
Well, the guards have it right now, but somebody snuck one of your tools out of here and used it to damage the gondola you guys were getting your supplies from.
Did they?
Yes. The guards currently have it, but it was definitely one of your tools.
I see.
One of the reasons I'm
long has it been missing?
Well, I don't know. I haven't noticed any of your tools go gone because I don't know any of your workshop as well.
At least as long as the accident happened, because that's where they
So-
found it.
Yeah. It was squirreled away like somebody was trying to hide it after doing the damage, and we looked at the mechanism. It was definitely filed down recently.
He will.
So-
The construct will turn back towards the Forge Master and be like, "There's a missing tool." And the Forge Master will pause, wide eyes look over at Blue. There's a what? There's a tool missing. And you see Blue, like, do the human thing where he puts his hand up to his head as if he's really upset.
Oh no.
There's a tool missing. The city guard have it. It needs to be brought back immediately. And the Forge Master will like snap his fingers and he says, "Hey, you, bring guard now. We'll get it back, Blue. We'll get it back. It'll be okay. Everything will be fine. There's no need to short circuit. It's gonna be
The
fine."
reason why we bring this up is because someone here has directly sabotaged this.
While you're
endeavor.
saying that, you see Blue actually start sparking. It's like there's a spark off of his arm hand, and the Forge Master's like, "No, Blue. No. It's okay. We're gonna get it back, Blue. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. Everything's good. It's just give us like 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes." And you see the sparks on his arm getting bigger, and he's like, "They're never supposed to leave. If they're gone for too long, they're gonna lose their magical power. And we don't know how long it's been gone." You see this construct starting to have a mental breakdown in front of you. Does anybody try to do anything about that?
They're
Yeah.
there. We'll get it back for you.
Yeah, I'll reassure the construct too.
So you're
Blue.
telling me someone is trying to roll some kind of check?
Persuasion. check.
Can I roll for there?
Yeah.
Sure. Roll me
No.
persuasion for whoever's trying to help Blue calm down.
Let's do it.
Uh,
Oh no!
Hold on, I'm giving Verdant advantage.
Thank you. Much needed.
Abaddon, are you
Oh
saying
my
anything?
god.
I mean, I could tell you roughly how long it's been gone if that would help.
Roll Abaddon, please.
Oh my
So
God.
Red comes up and says, "They're there." Verdant's like, "It's gonna be fine," in a not
to
very true term. And now Abaddon's saying, "It's been gone since this morning, if that helps. Go ahead and roll me persuasion."
I didn't say this morning. I was going to say about 3 hours.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me persuasion.
You better get it good. Okay, good.
Okay. Isaac, do you do anything?
I see this shit show. Is the guard currently coming?
I mean, he just sent someone off. And Blue is starting to have a cosmic meltdown in front of you.
All right, I'm gonna piece that all together. Go, Blue, one craftsman to another. If you want, when the guard comes here, I'll go with them to personally retrieve the item for you. You have my word.
Roll me persuasion.
I'm not good at that.
Oh no.
Can I have some kind of help out here?
No.
I'll give you advantage.
Yeah, I'll give Isaac advantage.
You've
too.
already rolled for your own persuasion. You can't give Isaac advantage.
I don't have any kind of inspiration either, I guess.
Elise, support him.
Elise will be right next to Isaac. Yeah, no, we'll get it back. Don't worry. You get help from Elise, sure.
Yeah.
I get advantage, I guess.
You get advantage from Elise.
All right, let's try the persuasion here. Yeah, that's about what I figured.
All right, it's not bad.
I mean, he's honest. He's just not very charismatic about it.
So,
You can tell he's telling the truth.
so everyone is currently trying to pacify Blue at least a little bit. And he locks on to Abaddon. And Abaddon, you see a little bit of almost fury pass through his glowing eyes. And he says, 3 hours? Do you know how much damage it can do outside of the forge in 3 hours?
Not a clue. My apologies.
Around this time, as you all have taken a couple minutes trying to calm Blue down, a guard rushes inside and it says, we never removed it from the room, Blue. It's still here. It's right here. And he points to like a chest next to the door. And behind the chest, next to the door, the chisel is there. Nobody looked in the room to see if it was still actually here or not. And so Blue flies over there and checks it, and he picks it up, and he like looks it all over, and he goes over to the wall of tools and sets it in there, and he checks it, and he counts all the tools, and he says, okay, so it never actually left. Okay. We're fine.
Well, it was gone for a little bit.
Everyone turns towards you and then back towards Blue, and he says, it seems fine. It seems fine. There doesn't seem to be any magical residue.
More importantly, who took it to begin with?
I think we're going to have an issue here, and any non-included people in the forge are going to have to leave and stand outside from now forward, and you will not be allowed back inside the forge.
Who else was getting kicked out?
Everyone who's not normally here, and no one else is allowed to leave anymore.
It's okay. I didn't have anything else to do, so I'll just pop a squat somewhere.
Are you asking for us to leave as well?
Yes, you are not normally here. Until this item is completed, I cannot have any more distractions.
What about Elise, who's currently supplying your water?
Well, then we will get the water from outside the room. No one else is allowed in or out of this room.
That's really stupid. Would you have known something was happening if it wasn't for us?
Yes, I would have noticed.
Really? Because it was gone for at least 3 hours and you didn't notice?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Why kick out the people searching for your best interest?
Isaac just looks at Marco and Elise goes, come on. It just starts making his way to the door.
Hold on, Red. Are you trying to aggro check Blue right now?
I don't know what that means.
Like, are you trying to get an emotional response out of him?
I don't think I can get an emotional response out of a machine, but I bet I can get a logical one from him.
Oh no!
Let me translate. Are you trying to piss him off?
Yeah.
This
What-
construct doesn't seem to follow a lot of the rules of engagement that you've noticed before with constructs.
Yeah.
He seems obsessive and prone to fits.
Abaddon.
Sure.
Either
Hello?
way, we're going. We're going.
I will make sure that Elise and Marco are with me, and we will start going for the door.
Yeah.
Just you know
We're
what? I mean,
leaving.
So Red, before you or all of your friends leave, Blue will turn back to you and he says, "I will find what has happened in my home, and I will punish whoever hurt the items in my home. I don't want anyone who's not normally here in my home causing chaos. So I will respectfully ask you to leave now."
I'll leave.
Fine. I don't see it as smart, but it's not my home.
All right.
So you all are kicked out of the forge room. And as you are kicked out, there seems to be some kind of door is shut to the outside world, which the next batch of fuel stuff comes up, and they're like, how am I supposed to? And then the door opens again, and like, get in here, drop it off. Now leave again.
Wow.
reaches out, grabs, pulls inside doors, slams door.
Essentially. So now you know that Blue
Alright.
does act mildly irrationally
Yep.
sometimes.
It's just Abaddon. We've dealt with him for years.
I love that anybody that is remotely irrational immediately becomes just another Abaddon.
But currently you all are outside of the forge. It is the end of day 2 at this point, as they are working very hard on getting this done. What is something that you all would like to do at this point?
Well,
I would like to check on Marco, if that's okay.
Marco's here with you guys. He looks a little
I like-
tired. Yeah.
Like, hey, how you feeling?
Oh man, I'm actually kind of exhausted, you know. Just gonna move
Did you
everybody
sleep
over
at all?
here. Oh yeah, man, I slept like so much. I woke up really tired, you know. Like, remember that time when we walked from that one town all the way back with like all the long line of prisoners? You remember that? Man, I
Yeah.
feel like I did that, but twice.
Oh.
maybe we need to stop off at Rooney's and see if Rooney can help.
Well, shouldn't we also follow through with our plan of supplying water? Like, shouldn't we
Well-
at least start doing that? Or
That's something that definitely needs to be done.
yeah. So
How about
So-
Oh
You
yeah,
got
give me
food?
my bag back, you little shit.
oh yeah, here you go. I don't know
Not
why to
you,
have this
him.
again.
No, not you, Verdant.
Oh.
Why'd you call me a little shit?
Because you got my bag. And I'll push him off his broom.
How rude.
Speaking of which, Verdant, you've been going pretty steady on deliveries, and they're going to need them constantly.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do it.
Isn't the lift fixed?
It
Is
is
the lift
but-
fixed? I had to walk around.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good.
The lift is all fixed.
Yeah,
and,
it got fixed not long ago, yes.
But yeah, I'll still
We should
probably have
probably
to
be on-
deliver.
On standby just in case.
Yeah, because
Ugh.
where are people going to get the water? Do we have to deliver it to them individually, or is there going to be like a meetup
Well,
point?
That's
whole
their water
point
right
is-
there. And he just points at Elise.
No. So what we're gonna do is the area where they're keeping the sick, the people that are getting a lot of the resources, we are going to call, city guard, whoever we can do to officiate this. Gather what containers we have. Abaddon cleans them with magic. Make sure everything's good. And we'll fill as many up as we can with water because, like I said, for at least I'd say 3 days. They said 2, but city stuff, I don't trust it. 3 days. We need to make sure we can take care of these people. They're going to be counting on us.
Yeah, that works for me. All right.
And I think
And-
the strain of what Marco's sacrifice potentially is causing him to feel extra tired.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm fine. Really, I just need more sleep. You know.
I know you always like your sleep,
I
but
love
I think you
sleep.
should take it easy.
I wonder if Rooney can kind of offset it a little bit. I know he can't fix it, but I wonder if he can, like, wiggle fingers it back a bit.
I don't know. So
I guess there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
yeah, I don't know what else to do. I don't trust the shit going on here. Just someone or some peoples are working against us. And when we mentioned bits about the Elder Mind Flayer stuff and where all this stuff is coming from, Thrain looked pretty nervous.
Again?
Yeah.
You actively see Isaac's jaw twitch.
Okay, so we definitely have to bring that up to the council again, right?
Well, we tried to get back in, but they're not taking any more guests.
Ah. Dang it.
And we told a guard, like, keep an eye on Thrain, and he got mad thinking we were trying to slander him. Like, hey, we're just making sure he doesn't get slandered, I don't think he bought it.
Oh.
Wait, were you trying to slander him?
No,
Wait,
it's not slander if it's true.
You know what? You got a point.
Well, okay. So at some point, we definitely should warn the council directly about his sussy behavior. All right. So I guess what are we prioritizing here? There's like 3 things that we need to do.
There's also an inn you can go back to.
Yeah. So let's go help with the water situation first.
I would like to see a Rooney second.
All right.
Remember,
Okay.
it is very late today. It is already getting pretty late in the day.
Does Marco look like he's dangerous levels right now?
Nah, he seems chill. He's still walking around, doing his thing.
Do people need water? And do people probably need water now since they haven't been drinking the whole day?
You guys tell me what you want to do.
I'm fine with staying up a bit to help with the distribution of water.
Let's get the water knocked out, Rooney, first thing in the morning, and then we can move on to what else is needed after that.
All right.
Okay. So you, as a party, go around to some of the storehouses and you empty. Abaddon cleans them and you refill their barrels of water with fresh water.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you do that for as long as you can, and then you eventually obviously get tired as it is getting late, and you retire back to your rooms for the evening.
In my room.
In my room. Yes. Elise is in here, but she does have her own room over there, so.
Very good, very good.
I got my own room.
You do, but I just put you all in here in case you wanted to talk about something before bed.
Is there any other details that we were missing that we found out about?
So, just to be clear, you all know that I fought the Durgar in the war.
Yeah,
I am
so you
doing
get
my
the-
ever loving best not to be an asshole and blame them, because I do believe people should be judged on their actions, not who they are.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
So please ignore my small issues that I have. It's hard seeing old enemies as possible new allies.
Well, that guy probably is still an enemy in some way, so we'll just have to see.
I
I'm
hope I'm
pretty
wrong.
suspicious. Yeah, I hope I'm wrong too. I'm pretty suspicious of him.
That won't stop me from splitting his skull open if he has caused this place to be plagued by illithid.
Yeah. I mean, between him and the possible saboteur, like who do you think is behind
There's a
all this?
lot of moving parts here. It'd have to be a group.
Oh yeah, it's dwarven tech.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll figure out more tomorrow.
I pop out my stone again just once to see if I hear anything.
You're trying to talk to your lady?
No, the stone we got from the whisperers. I periodically I pop it out as I walk around to see if I actually hear anything from it.
The whisperers.
Yeah. Remember that stone we popped out? We popped out of their skull, and we could hear the whispers from it.
Oh, the psionic stone. Okay. Sorry,
if
I
there's-
was like, what are you talking about?
If
Yeah.
there is bullshit afoot, he's like, okay, this is the closest I have to like a radar.
Fair. You don't hear anything coming from the stone.
All right, cool.
Cool.
I will take my other stone out and give a short summary to Melody, and then I love her.
Okay. She will return the sentiment.
And then I will head off to bed.
All right. Abaddon, you do anything?
I messaged my girl. Let her know I'm still alive.
You have a nice chat with her through.
Yes.
The
I'll
evening?
also ask her. Well, I'll tell her I'm in a dwarven city. I don't know if I can get any cool books here, but I'll try.
She says, yeah, anything you can get, that would be pretty cool.
I don't think I told her about the shop space yet.
Nope, I don't think you have.
No, I think I'm just gonna surprise and tell her over in person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will tell her that, like, I do have a surprise when I get back to tell you.
Oh, I have a surprise for you too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yay, surprises!
Surprises.
All right, everybody goes to sleep then? No other
Yep, yep, yep.
shenaniganery?
Nope.
Go sleep.
Red, you all good with no
Yeah.
shenaniganeries?
I'm fine with no shenaniganeries. I'm paranoid and nervous.
Well.
Normal.
Well, let me add to that. You guys wake up
Oh,
very
no.
early the next day to a sound of almost like drumming outside. And now you are inside your building, and it starts to grow very slowly, but finally, eventually, you start to hear like people talking outside. Now, those that are heavy sleepers may not notice it right away, but those that are light sleepers,
Yep,
you would
I'm
probably
one.
start
Yep.
getting woken up by the sound of a lot of people moving through the streets outside the building.
Do we still get
I'm-
long rest?
Of course you do. I'm not that evil.
I've got-
Excellent.
Isaac
we go.
still has issues from his time, so he's
Yep.
immediately up, and he's going to be out the door as soon as I'm able to reach the doorknob.
There's
is
No,
bullshit!
I have a different locale for that. Don't worry about it.
This is bullshit. This door. I'm in a
No.
dwarven city.
I must see.
So, Abaddon, you rush out as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm out.
Marco doesn't seem to really rouse as you all rush out the door. Just so you know, Marco is, he does not rouse with the rest of you. Elise does rouse as well. She's got a little bit of bedhead, but it's okay. So as you all rush outside and you see this massive crowd of dwarves, and they are seemingly standing and rioting outside the forge building. Now it is currently shut, like where you saw yesterday, where no one can go in or out. But you see, it's kind of like they are protesting the forge. I'm assuming you all stop and listen for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaac's like right up to the back of it.
Okay. So you all kind of stop and listen, and you see all kinds of people, old, young, and all of them are like holding this pamphlet and they're waving it around very angrily. And essentially all of them are saying that this isn't right. You are creating something that's going to destroy our city. And they are basically saying, no more artifacts. No more artifacts. That's what made us sick. That's what made us sick.
One of them's like waving it around. I just yoinked it so I can look at it.
Hey. But
Shut up.
he
Let me say
goes
this.
back to protesting with everybody
Yeah,
else.
Isaac's in a mood right now, so it's just immediately like, shut up. He just takes it and reads it.
So
Who
yeah,
started this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the pamphlet, you see there's a bunch of like what you would call propaganda about how artifacts have been affecting our city, and it's what's been making us sick lately. We've been so cooped up in our homes we haven't noticed, and everything is the Forge's fault. All the crap that old Blue makes, you notice him, you see him, you know that he's irrational, he needs to be destroyed, he needs to be put down, the entire Forge needs to be stopped, the Ancients are poisoning the city, etc., etc., etc. And this whole pamphlet is just filled with all that kind of propaganda.
That's a case of unrest.
So, TLDR, people are trying to destroy the Forge and turn off Blue forever.
Isaac is visibly angry.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just gonna say loudly enough where like people can't hear me pass by. Like I'd never known dwarves to be this way towards innovation.
Damn. All right. Should we talk to the council maybe to get a plan going for this?
Could I could I make my way to the front of the crowd?
I mean, you can like shove and push your way through, but it's a very tight crowd.
I'm very big.
Isaac's
Yeah.
going to the front of the crowd.
Okay. I mean, you can push and shove your way through, but a lot of the people are still shouting and they're being very anti-artifact and all of that kind of stuff. So, what is your
We didn't-
plan at this
we-
point?
We didn't get a full rest yet, no?
No, you did.
No, we
you
did.
did.
Yeah, we did.
Everybody got
Oh,
one.
okay.
I'm not evil. Mostly.
Sorry, I wasn't sure. I didn't.
Mostly.
Mostly.
I gotta get me a box to stand on.
So, like, tell me what you guys are doing. Red and Isaac are pushing their way to the front. What is Abaddon and Verdant doing?
I'm gonna fly my way to the front on my broom.
Okay. So you are getting on an artifact and flying to the front of the crowd. Is that what you're telling me right
it's
now?
not an artifact.
It's not, yeah, I don't know. There's
Wait,
a
let me
line
see
there.
what it is. Yeah,
There's a
hang on,
line there.
Let me see its official designation. It's a wondrous item.
Which is an artifact in D&D.
Oh, is it?
No.
Mhm.
They
No.
don't know that.
Ah, well, fair. She got me there.
Ah.
So Verdant's flying up there. Abaddon, what are you
Mhm.
doing?
I looked to Lise. Do you want to go up there?
They look kind of violent. What the heck
Kath,
could
I'm
have
gonna
caused this?
I'm gonna specify
Hang on.
that I'm gonna.
Hang on, let me finish with Abaddon.
I was
Great
half
question.
expecting Abaddon to be like, Isaac and Red of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I probably shouldn't cast any more magic. I was going to maybe turn myself into something, but I probably shouldn't do that.
I wouldn't. And she'll like point out to one of the guys in there. I think I see guards in there.
Oh.
And you actually do, Abaddon. It's not the ones that took you yesterday, but you do see some of the city guards in the protest. Okay, Verdon, what were you doing?
So I'm gonna
okay,
make
I have
sure
something I
I'm
want to do after this
flying.
happens.
I'm making sure I'm flying out of reach from anyone. So I'm flying higher up than.
Okay, you are in a closed area. Are you touching the ceiling?
Oh.
You're not in an open space. This is a dwarven city. You're underground.
Well, I'm still flying. Yeah, I'm flying enough where I'm not.
So
able
you're
to be
trying to
grabbed.
hide next to the ceiling.
Yeah, but I still want to get to the front of the crowd.
Okay.
Because how high is the ceiling?
Maybe 60?
60 feet up?
Still within spell range.
Okay.
So that's what you were doing. Isaac, Red, you have been successfully pushing your way through, aggravating the crowd. What are you guys doing once you're getting to the front?
So I like,
No.
this isn't gonna work.
something else.
But I'm like, put my hands like, hey, hold on. What's even happening here?
Okay. So Red is trying to gather information at this point. Isaac, are you backing him up?
Isaac's going to the top of the stairs.
What stairs?
Oh, I see stairs in this, so I thought that
There
was like
is
the
a
stairs.
crowd directly up next to the door of the forge, being like, let us in. We need to stop this. You guys are poisoning the city. It's not a peaceful protest. Abaddon, yeah, what are you guys doing?
Can I wanna. Do I have that as a thing I could do? Yeah. Can I try to like? There's a lot of people talking. Can I? Are we being noticed super hard right now or no?
I mean, Red and Isaac and Verdant are. You and
Cool.
Elise are kind of vibing on the side.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts real quick.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at one of the guards,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to read his thoughts. I'm gonna learn this. I learned the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in the moment, as all that stuff.
Sure.
So what is the guard's surface thoughts?
They are convinced that this forge is poisoning the city. And it has to be stopped.
Okay, I'm gonna probe deeper.
Okay.
He needs to make a wisdom saving throw. It has to be an 18. If it doesn't, then I learn. I get insight into the reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, something it worries over, loves, or hates.
Okay.
All that stuff.
You gather that it is worried about its sick children at home. This particular person is. This person had gone or was hearing these people earlier this morning, and he believes in what they believe in because his kid is sick, and this is obviously the issue. So that's why he's here.
I forgot to do my roll.
Are you killing him? What is happening?
No. The roll for my points back.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, so just worried about kind of generally that kind of stuff. Its emotional state is what right now?
Stressed.
Okay. Okay.
Has a sick child at home.
Okay. He now knows that I probed into his mind.
Well, he's in a
No.
crowd. Does he know that you did it?
Yeah.
Or just that his mind was probed? That's important.
Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind,
Oh.
is the wording on the spell.
Why
Damn.
would we do something that? Oh my god!
And you probed a guard.
Yes.
Oh,
But I want to crouch
no.
down to not be seen
At
at this point.
Oh, it's the worst time to
Why?
be doing stuff like
Shut up.
this.
Shut
Why
up.
would we do this? This is actively like against what we're trying to do here.
Hang
I
on.
think it's worded that way because it's like meant to be like a one-on-one sort of thing. I don't know if in a crowded area if it would know, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
Hold on. I am going to rule it that because it is a large crowd of people and the energy levels are very high, there is a chance they don't see you doing this to them. So, what
Okay.
I need you to do is roll me a deception check.
I'm good at these.
Oh my god. I just had the funniest flash of my life. Just whole like, wait a minute, it's not the artifact's fault. It's the tiefling's fault. The entire crowd turns to Abaddon.
Just Isaac's up there. Well, this is better? Question mark?
So, God dang it, Abaddon, hang on.
What?
That's not what I needed you to roll. Hang on.
I
High or
wouldn't
low?
fail.
High or low? No.
Did he make a roll himself or what?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
High or low, Abaddon?
Could I have? Never mind.
No. High or low?
High.
Okay. You see the guard immediately stand up straight and start searching around. And in the last second before he locks eyes on you, you duck down. But he sees Elise. And he starts coming
Oh.
over.
Okay. Can I pull her down?
I mean, sure. But he's already seen the human female
Okay, this one-
looking.
I'm gonna pull her down and I'm gonna say, you have to trust me real quick. This is going to be fun. Probably not, but you have to trust me. And I'm gonna cast invisibility on both of us.
Oh my god. Okay. You
the
and
guard's
Elise
coming
are
at us.
Sense
invisible.
of deja vu right now. Holy
Shut up!
shit.
Shut up! I'm
Hey, I'm not going to
panicking.
do that again.
I'm
Watch me do it
panicking.
again.
Okay. You and Elise kneel down. You cast invisibility. She doesn't know what's going on because she doesn't know you
Okay.
cast this.
Okay. I will then still holding on to her. I'm gonna whisper really close. I'm like, we're both invisible. They can't see us. We need to move.
Okay, are they aggroed or something? Are they upset?
Maybe I don't know. We need to move.
Okay.
And
Okay, I trust you. Let's go.
okay. And
She
I'm
doesn't know
gonna
you
move.
fucked up. It's fine.
No, she doesn't. That's fine. We're gonna move because I assume we're still kind of more to the back of the crowd.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
were.
I'm gonna move kind of like through people, kind of navigating around them,
Okay,
away
sure.
a little bit, or like kind of
Okay.
more off to the side, just circling.
So during that time frame, you and Elise start walking away. You look behind you and you see the guard kind of burst through the side of the crowd, looking around up and down, and he seems angry. So angry.
Just keep following my voice. It's fine.
And you disappear
like,
to the
holding
crowd
onto her.
somewhere else.
Yes.
So Red, Isaac, Verdant, let's go back to your
Yeah.
side of this conversation really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeepers.
And I mean, you just see this large group of people. Red, you're trying to ask what's going on at this point, right? Like, are you trying to
Yeah.
calm the crowd?
Like, yes, but also I'm not like, hey, calm down.
Right. You're being diplomatic about it.
Trying to.
Okay. Isaac, what are you doing? Well, Red is trying to be diplomatic.
If is there any distance between the door and this crowd, or do they at least back up from us?
Not really. They're all currently trying to beat down the door.
Isaac yells to the crowd.
Are you doing intimidation?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Oh.
see this intimidation. This can't go horribly wrong.
God. Oh god. I was gonna. Okay.
Let's go.
Oh!
Okay, all right.
Oh! Damn.
So, Isaac, you have wedged yourself in between the door and the crowd, and you've shouted and done your angry barbarian rage call directly in front of them, which is the only thing I can think of is what a nat 20 would do, which pushes them back from you momentarily as they're stunned at your audacity of yelling in their general direction, but it does stop them from pushing against the door again. And Red, you're actually kind of like near Isaac, and as you've been trying to gather information, the only really things that you've been able to hear from everybody is that like my child is sick, the Forge is doing it, everything they're doing is poisoning the city, and that is just the rhetoric that you're hearing over and over again from all the people.
Like, who the hell told you this? Because that's not true.
And Verdant,
All right.
you were vibing above the crowd.
No. So for me, my plan is to subtly cast Beacon of Hope on everyone, which bestows hope and vitality within 30 feet. And then I will try and calm the crowd diplomatically with a heartfelt speech about how we're trying to get to the bottom of this and to resolve the water issue. And the reason why the Forge is going is because we need the artifact to save our friend.
Okay.
No, not,
A very heartfelt speech.
Sure. So you have Isaac intimidating the crowd. You are trying to diplomacy your way through this.
While bestowing hope upon everyone. So they're
Sure.
feeling hopeful.
I will
shock
give
'em.
you with Isaac there, I'm going to give you advantage either way because they know that you two are in a group together as you are the only outsiders they've had in a while, and now they are mildly scared of Isaac. Not terrified, they're also dwarfs, you know. They're a little intimidated by Isaac. So go ahead and roll me persuasion at advantage.
Excellent.
Or deception if you're going to lie, either way.
No, I'm doing persuasion for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
20.
So between Isaac and Red and you trying to calm this crowd down, at least the people in the front of the crowd seem a little less gung-ho about this whole rioting thing that they were trying to push through. Currently, at least these groups of people right here in the front are like, and they'll look at you, Red, but that's what we were told this morning, and they're waving around the pamphlet again.
Who?
The people in the square. Everyone's talking about it.
Okay, so I was raised by a dwarf. I know you all are smarter than this.
Of course we are, which is why we have fact-checked everything in this pamphlet.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
So all the nice innovations that you and your ancestors have spent all their time working on, they're all bad. That's what you got out of that.
It's been poisoning us for generations.
No, it hasn't.
We have proof that it hasn't.
And what is your proof?
We've determined what the cause is for what's actually.
We have
poisoning
found. I do not have all the details. I'm going to be upfront with you all. We have found evidence that some sort of monster has gotten into the water supply. We are working on finding where the monster went so we can kill it. Right
Just need
now,
time.
what we're going to do, 2 of my friends, 3 of them actually, are going to be gathering somewhere in the city to provide clean drinking water to as many people as we can. And they're very good at creating these things, as well as food. But this doesn't solve anything. Y'all should know better. I'm disappointed.
Well said. Well said, Ren.
Okay. You guys, with quite a bit of time, because you are calming them down. You are kind of
Reassuring.
every like group of people that surge forward, you do the same thing for those that maybe couldn't hear you because you don't have megaphones or anything. And so it takes you quite a bit of time to disperse the crowd, but eventually you do.
Whew.
They
My
they
guard
leave
raised.
angrily, but they will believe you for now.
How long does this take? Because invisibility won't last an hour.
Well, it takes all of them in the front probably about an hour to 2 hours to kind of disperse everybody. So, like, what are you and Elise doing?
Owning up to Elise and what you did.
Well,
Yeah, I'll let him know. Well, actually, do I?
I don't know, do you?
Should I do the right thing?
Do I get yelled at again? Or do I not?
Yes, because you're gonna get yelled at twice.
I don't know. I won't tell her.
Okay. So
Oh my
you
God.
and Elise sneak away from the crowd, her none the wiser as to what just happened.
Yep.
And you are... what, are you dragging her away from the crowd, back into
No. It was like, just like off to the side, like to where that guard wasn't.
Okay, sure.
Kind of like away from that area. Just like keeping a very good eye on him.
Yeah. He eventually just rejoins the crowd. And then
Okay.
obviously keeps moving forward, and then everything gets dispersed, and then...
Okay, I will, once I see everything kind of calm down, I'll uninvisible us, making sure nobody sees.
Sure.
I
You
go
and
to, like,
Elise
a-
go inside.
Like yeah, I'll move to like a corner, like a spot or whatever, and then uninvisible us, somewhere like where pretty much nobody's looking.
So
Sure.
sketchy.
Shut up, dude.
Okay. She goes, that was to protect us from the angry mob?
Yes, I had a few people give me some very angry looks, and I
Ah.
got scared. Apologies.
Thank you. That's really sweet of you. Hopefully that counts as a good deed.
Ah!
Hopefully.
As he feels one more good deed get scratched out.
Make sure to rub the coin again in my pocket just in
You
case.
know, if Abaddon helped us, with the crowd, that would have been a good deed.
All right, so you guys have successfully dispersed the crowd for now. What are we
I
doing?
feel like I need to roll deception on Elise. I'm sorry. I feel like I really have to on that
Sure.
one.
Go
I
ahead
feel
and
like I
give
really
me...
have to.
Oh, no.
Oh!
It's fine. It's still 17.
Let me see what Elise rolls.
Do you think I have a
Come
plus
on,
15 to
Elise.
that?
All his bullshit, Elise.
Let me see.
She does have really good ones, doesn't she?
Insight. Mm,
What did she roll?
She have
unfortunately.
advantage because she knows his ass.
She did not get higher than you, so currently she
Okay.
believes you.
Okay.
Deceived.
Even after rolling a 2.
After all this time,
Crazy.
lying to Elise, I can't believe it.
Shh. It's been a few times. None of you know.
So,
I will tap on the door and tell him, hey, the crowd's gone for now.
okay. You hear through the door, all right? And
Apparently, some people are starting to throw out propaganda that you all are causing the problem.
The
They wanted to
voice
destroy
is
Blue.
Yeah, the voice is coming from probably one of the people that just work for the forge, and they go, "Oh yeah, we could hear that through the door."
Just wanted to give you a heads up that they've dispersed for now.
Okay. We'll just stay in here for now.
That's probably the best thing for you.
Okay.
All right, so we're low on time.
Verdant,
Kath?
Should we tell the council?
hold on. Verdant, you, Elise, and Abaddon need to get somewhere, get a hold of some people, get containers. We need to start heading this off of the pass as best we can. I know you could cure poisons.
Yeah.
Start with the kids.
Okay.
As many people as you can today.
Sounds good.
Isaac, I almost want to say I want you to stay here and keep an eye on the place.
Enough done.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac just post up right in the middle of the doorway, like door behind him, looking down.
Sure.
The only thing I can think of for myself to do, I'm going to see about leaving the city. And I'm going to try and find any sort of natural remedies to help take the edge off of some of this. Even if it's small, reducing a fever, anything.
Aren't you supposed to be looking for that rock salt?
There's nothing I can do. They have to drain. They're going to have to drain the reservoir and clean it out.
Hey, where's Marco at?
He's still in bed. Here, I'll go get him.
Go check on him.
What about the council, though? Shouldn't we warn them about
Yeah,
this propaganda?
I'll go to the council first.
Okay.
I'll go to the. So I'll go check on Marco. I'll go to the council. Verdant, please, you and Elise and Abaddon, get out there.
Yeah, you got it.
We need to do everything we can for these people.
Absolutely. And I'll formulate a plan with Elise on the best methods of getting water and.
We're not
healing.
there yet, are we?
Huh?
You guys
We're
are
not
still
there yet.
talking currently in the square.
Yeah.
Oh, all of us will rejoin again?
I assume.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. Yeah, we would have. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll figure out the best way to distribute water and cure anyone who's poisoned with the children. Save the
We can do
children.
that, yeah. We really should try to get somebody to go talk to the council again.
Yeah, Red's good.
I'm going to head there.
Do you want me to come?
So, Percy, not now. I need you out there doing good things. Not just because of your thing. These people need to know that you're not the bad guy.
That's fair. That's fair.
So you can do a good thing because somebody told you to, and it's a smart thing to do. It doesn't have to directly help you. But get out there and start doing something good, damn it.
He actually did a really good thing during the crowd earlier, says Elise.
Oh, what'd he do?
shit.
Yeah. They were getting really aggressive, and we ducked down and invisibility for a while the crowd calmed down. So like he pulled me to the side. It was really nice.
Isaac looks at Abaddon.
Abaddon, we just talked about using magic, but I'm glad you got out of trouble instead of getting into it.
Yeah, flight or fight, flight or flight.
He stutters
That
in
one.
character, by the way.
Sorry, that, yes. And flight happened again.
All right. Well,
Just
as long as it worked out.
do good, please.
Is he bullshitting?
It's the same rules before.
No,
so
you
is that what
you don't think he is.
Can I do an insight check?
I mean, sure.
I have to roll 2 twice.
I don't
That's
know,
crazy.
man.
On
Oh, I
the
also
same freaking
rolled
roll.
All right.
Look, you rolled 2 also.
Yeah.
Wow, Abaddon, you're lucky as frick that
Yeah,
your
you-
friends
I
can't
know,
roll in
I
tight.
It's also like we suck at insight or something.
How interesting.
All of us do.
We're not exactly a wisdom-based party.
No, not really.
No, not at all.
So just spreading the scene, you guys are in the middle of a post-riot filled street with those pamphlets and pieces of paper and everything everywhere. And you guys are about to split, and Verdant and Elise are going to go provide water and help a lot of as many kids as they can. Isaac is standing here in front of the door. So Abaddon and Red, you are going to the council? Right?
Mm.
Yep.
Elise will say, maybe Rooney can help you guys get in?
Yeah, let's go talk to Rooney. Do that
Don't
first.
forget about Marco.
Yeah, I'm checking on Marco first before I go.
Oh, yeah. So you guys go and check on Marco. And I mean, he's still asleep at this time. So
Like, he's breathing.
he's breathing, but he's like he's really groggy, and he's like, yeah, I'm here. What's going on? Do you need me?
No, we're just checking on you. You can. I'm talking to Isaac. You're getting 100% the day off to just relax, sleep as long as you want to.
Oh yeah, how'd you convince Isaac to do that?
Because I've got a silver tongue, Marco. Come on.
Oh, you do you?
Well, yeah.
That's really cool, man. Hey, you wake me up if there's anything that you need from me, yeah?
Absolutely.
Alright. Well, you guys have fun. I'll see you guys later, okay?
Get some rest, buddy.
Oh, you too. Or I mean, you know. And he like
You're fine.
rolls back over and falls back asleep.
All right. So, look, Marco. He'll be. Damn it. I'll stop by Isaac before we go to the council. Like before we go to Rooney, I'm like, hey, Marco has the day off. In fact, he's got every day off until we get this figured out.
Something wrong with him?
Yeah. Can you
Well,
not
I mean,
tell?
I haven't really seen him since yesterday. I woke up and I was immediately outside.
I don't think he. I think he's sleeping, but I don't think it's taking effect. I think his soul being bound to that rock is taking it out of him.
I think Rudy can do something to maybe push it back a little.
I'll ask, but I don't think so. His soul's being used as fuel.
Yeah.
You ever heard the phrase burning the candle from both ends?
Yep.
Well, this is also lightning him from the middle, too.
Yeah, and unfortunately our hands are tied in a lot of this.
So, he's got time off.
Yeah,
I've checked on him. We're going to keep him in bed.
got it. Do your thing, I'll be here.
All right. So you guys are rushing over to where Rooney is?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head out of the main part of the city and over to the Temple of Lathander. Can both of you, Abaddon and Red, please give me perception rolls?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing.
Right, Abaddon, you're not really paying a lot of attention. You're kind of anxious from, getting arrested the day before and various other things. Red, as you are kind of heading out, you do notice that the pamphlets are kind of trailing down the road quite a ways. There's a lot of pamphlets. Like, somebody would have had to have probably spent a very long time making all of these pamphlets. Like, the amount here numbers in like at least 1,000 of just what people have dropped, maybe not even kept, right? What you find super concerning is that they are on the road all the way to the Temple of Lathander. And it is early morning, and the hair on your arms begins to stand up as your body feels something is wrong before you even notice something is wrong. And you and Abaddon are walking down the street, and everything is on high alert, and you can feel like your skin beginning to tingle with worry or something. And that's when you see the temple door is slightly ajar. This early in the morning.
Abaddon,
Yes.
be on your guard. Something's not right here.
You got it.
I'm going to stealth up.
Okay. So you see
Hold on,
Red.
Red, hold on. Do we?
Yeah.
If you want to be stealthy about this, we could just go invisible.
I'd do it.
Okay. I'll make sure nobody's looking.
There's nobody here now.
Perfect. Invisible, both of us.
So both of you are invisible. And I'm assuming you are sneaking your way up to the door, yes?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you go up to the door, and what you notice is that the door itself appears to be damaged, as if somebody broke it by trying to kick it inward. Do you push it open the rest of the way to look inside?
Yeah. I'm going to try and get in there.
You push the door open, and the first thing that you notice is the scent of blood, and your eyes are drawn up and over to where the altar is, and you see, slumped over the altar, still clutching his book of Lathander to his chest, a limp and very bloody Rooney.
Gonna rush over there. Medicine check quick. Is he long gone?
He appears to have bled out. With your quick medicine check, you can see that it looks like he was stabbed quite a few times.
Jesus.
Abaddon, are you still here with me?
Yeah, somebody's still here. Yeah. I see this.
Stay invisible. I want
He's
you to
kind
go
of-
back.
Mhm.
You need to not be here.
This is fair.
Get to Isaac. Let him know what's going on. I'm going to have a quick look around here. And then I'm dead sprinting straight to the council. Don't drop invisibility unless you absolutely have to.
Okay, when you'll know my invisibility ends when yours ends. It's tied together.
Okay, get going.
How
Okay,
far
as
can you
soon as
be
I-
apart?
As far as I want.
There's no
Okay,
distance for invisibility.
Yeah, no distance. Yeah. I'll let him know. Be like, I will drop invisibility as soon as I get back to the others.
If you can, drop invisibility when you get back into the room.
Into what
If you
room?
can. Our
Like
room.
our room? Oh yes. Okay, I'll do that. So you'll know I'm back in there. As soon as you can see yourself again.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'll run. And my feet make no sound, by the way.
Okay.
So
Abaddon, you turn and bolt away from the scene of the crime.
yep.
Abaddon, as you push through the front door, give me a perception check. Now that you are on high alert. For the love of
Please.
God.
Sheesh.
One thing, Abaddon, as you notice, is that as you're rushing out of the door, you see a group of dwarven, civilians heading towards the temple. You can tell that they are probably people coming to worship because they all have, Bibles of Lathander in their arms, and they seem to be chatting with each other. heading towards the temple. Uh-huh.
As much as Abaddon wants to run back in and tell Red, I think he will just keep going.
Okay.
Because Red said to just run back to the room.
Okay.
And if anything happens in there, I know Red will chew me off and things will get a lot worse for me.
Okay. So, Abaddon, by
So
your
I'll just keep running.
estimate, it will take them about 2 minutes at the pace that they're going to get to the temple front doors.
Okay. And was I at the front doors when I saw them?
You had walked a little ways up the road, but you see them in the distance coming towards. Like, just a little bit.
Mm,
So you're running back. Red.
Yeah, I'm just running back. Yep.
Without knowing you have a time limit, what are we doing?
So, Rooney was stabbed.
Many
Multiple
times. Mm-hmm.
So, without stepping in the blood myself, as best I
Mhm.
can, because I wouldn't
Mhm.
have done that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm wanting just to check this room. And I know where Rooney's bedroom's at.
Right.
I want to any sort of prints.
Okay.
I'm looking for any signs of struggle, anything. Like not signs of struggle, like any evidence.
Okay. Give me investigation.
Okay, sorry. I thought that's the wrong one.
Not
damn, I'm not-
survival. What is it?
Yeah, I said wrong one. I said wrong one.
Okay. You are taking a bit of time, kind of looking everything over, trying to see anything, but it looks like whoever did this to Rooney, didn't stick around. It seems like it was, at least as far as you can tell, probably a professional hit. There are no bloody footprints. You don't see any fingerprints. The weapons that attacked him are not here. You're not sure what else you could be looking for right now. And that's when you start to hear talking outside the front door. Do you take anything off of his body or do you bolt?
Well, I'm not going to take anything off his body. That's dumb. I'm going to bolt.
Okay.
I'm out.
You go towards the door and step to the side a little bit as you hear like the people outside, and they push open the door, and as they push it open you kind of slip out behind them and out. And as you step outside into the sunlight, you hear the screams of the group that just walked into the temple. Are you bolting back to your inn at this point, or are you still going straight to the council?
The counts, these people here are going to do that job for me.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to bolt back to the inn as fast as I can.
Okay. I think you catch up to Abaddon.
I think I pass Abaddon.
Because you're faster than Abaddon.
Just goes
have a
running
30
by.
feet
Go to
walking
Isaac
speed.
instead. Yo.
Well, he can't
No,
see him.
we
He's
can't see each other.
invisible.
No, we can't.
Odds of running into each other.
Very low. I severely doubt.
Yeah, very low.
Okay. So you rush back to the inn. Marco's still asleep. Verdant is out and about, doing his thing. And so you get back to the inn room with next to a sleeping Marco. Your invisibility hasn't dropped yet, so you can just assume Abaddon hadn't gotten back yet. So Abaddon, you walk into the room, you quietly shut the door behind you, you drop invisibility, and get jump scared because Red is in front of you.
Ha! Why? Okay, sure. Yeah, that's how that works. How did you get here before me?
Legs.
Yep. That. Yeah. Okay.
I'm fast.
It's just
This
you know
is
what?
true.
That checks out.
All right, so
I don't know. Well, it counts. It doesn't make sense.
you got me.
I want a whole party of crunks. I need this in my life.
My God.
I
Dun,
basically
dun,
play a Kronk in
dun,
my other
dun, dun.
campaign.
Ding.
It's so much fun.
I can see. It's okay. I was a Squirrel Scout.
Regular Pickens. That's fair.
Okay.
well-
Fuck. Lost my entire moment here.
Sorry.
Squirrel.
Go ahead.
You hear the bartender?
Yeah.
Had Kronk on the mind.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Well. Yes.
Abaddon,
You hear the bartender? My spinach puffs.
you stay here. Keep an eye on
Sounds-
Marco.
Good to me.
Whatever. Do you have a weapon on you?
Technically.
A dagger. Yes.
Give it.
Why? Oh, that's fair. I will give him my dagger.
Thank you.
Do I have any other ones? Let me look.
Like, I need. Abaddon, I need you not to fuck with me right now. I need all of the stabbing implements that you have.
I'm looking. Do thieves' tools count? Because not really.
No.
Wonderful. Yeah, because that door was kind of busted open.
Yeah. You couldn't have done that.
No, not in 1,000 years. Maybe in 1,000 years.
Okay. Fuck. I'm gonna go let Isaac know. Fuck. Never told you how much I fucking hate cities.
I agree with you on that in this instance, very much so.
I
like small towns more so. They're nice.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I believe in you.
Okay.
You,
I'm gonna go.
Yep.
Yep. Fuck. And I'll just.
Good luck.
Marco rolls over. Hey, how are you guys doing?
Just relaxing, doing our day. Go back to bed.
No, are you sure? I'm getting kind of hungry. Maybe, and he kind of like sits up. He goes, what I got for breakfast? It's breakfast, yeah.
That's a good idea. Tell me when you're on, Marco.
Sorry, I'll stop fake yawning.
You can actually yawn.
Okay.
It's fine.
So I'm gonna go find Isaac.
Yeah, I'll just stay with
Okay.
Marco.
That's okay. So before you do that, let's jump to Verdant. Verdant, you
Yeah.
and Elise are running through the town, and because you are both, well, Elise has a very good repertoire with the city.
Yeah.
You are allowed to both check in on the sick children, and you spend, I'm assuming, every single bit of your magic cleaning out their poison.
Yes.
Okay.
As a priority.
So how many children can you save?
With all my spell slots?
Well, you don't need your spell
have-
slots, remember? You just need
Oh
your...
yeah, I have my healing hands, right?
5
So
points.
It's 5 points, and I have 70. So
Mm,
quick math. I believe that
14.
is 14. Yeah.
okay. So you can
Uh,
save 14 children.
With just my lay on hands. I
Right.
also have lesser restoration for my second level spells. So I'll use 3 lesser restorations too on sick children.
Okay. Technically, you can use higher level slots for a lower level spell. So if you wanted to sack all of your spell slots, you could cast Lesser Restoration 4 more times.
Yeah, well, I want to keep my third level spell slots for the create food and water spell so that I can.
Oh,
help
that's
people with
fair.
their-
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So do you use all 3 of yours for that, for creating food and water for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's 45
When the
pounds of
time
food
comes.
and 30 gallons of water.
Yeah, per use, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, I'll when the time comes for that, I'll expend all that, and then
120
I have a
pounds of
4th
food.
level. I'll save my 4th level slot in case I need it for anything.
Sure.
Everything else will be
It actually can feed 15 humanoids, your create food and water. So after you heal all of the children, I imagine you would maybe cast create food and water to also feed them.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Cool.
Fantastic.
So you and Elise are taking care of this particular place with all of the sick children. Good job.
Yay!
After
Save the
you
children.
Yes, after you save all of the children, you and Elise make your way back to the inn. And you find both Abaddon, Marco, currently sitting at one of the tables, eating food super nonchalantly. This one over here, my friend.
Oh. I'm here.
And Elise comes in with you. Woo!
Woo.
Red isn't here. Imagine that Red isn't here.
Okay. All right.
Hello, welcome back.
Thank you. So me and Elise used all of our spells to help with the children and the food issue as best we could.
Wonderful.
What's happening with you? What's going on?
Are we downstairs or are we back in our room?
You're in your room right now.
Okay, that makes the door shut.
They brought food and they put it on the tables over here for you and Marco
Wonderful.
to consume.
Fun.
Okay, so quite bad news.
Oh God.
Very unfortunate. We were headed to go get Rooney to, go talk to the council or where it was.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna, split off and go do some good deeds and stuff. Rooney's dead.
What?
Yeah.
How?
No longer alive. No idea. Got stabbed multiple times. Inside
God.
of the Temple of Lathander. So, yeah. Somebody broke in, stabbed him, killed him, and then left, obviously.
Oh.
Just a grandiose time.
Didn't have time to investigate, or you had to like run out, or what's?
I was invisible. We were both invisible, thank the stars.
Oh, okay.
Because I ran back out, and of course, monks were going to the temple to pray. Haha, funny. And
Oh God.
I decided to stick around for that. I was gone because I was like, I'm not going to be part of this anymore.
Yep.
In the blue
that's
and the
a good idea.
Abaddon, not today.
All right.
So I feel like I don't want to be in this city anymore. I hate it here, but the only reason I'm here is because of Marco.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Yeah, it is you, buddy. Love you.
Love you.
Hate this place.
Oh, this place does kind of suck. I want to get outside again, man.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
laugh
it would
my
be
ass off
lovely.
if he fucks up every inch of this entire mission and somehow ends out with a better reputation.
So wait, you
Me?
entered with Red. Where's Red? If you're here.
He went to go to the council.
Okay, good, because that would have been my next stop.
Sorry, I had a brain fart and I had to think really hard on that one.
Okay, well, that's really awful news because we really needed Rooney's help, and the fact that he got murdered means someone wanted to take him out of the equation. Huh.
Well, also he was seen with us as well. Lots
Yeah.
of close relation to us. Yippee, huh?
Yeah.
That's low-key why I don't like it here anymore. I mean,
Well-
low-key. I really
well-
don't like it here when people that are now associated with me die.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but we
This would be a
can't just-
lovely recurring theme
Right.
that I'm all too familiar with, and I hate it.
Yeah. Well, people need help. We need our help, especially with someone sabotaging and murdering and everything. I'm not gonna leave when all this is happening.
Just go live alone in a mountain cave.
Who could have? Okay.
Rot.
We really have to get to the
The
bottom
books.
of who's sabotaging and murdering. Do we still think it's that sketchy council member?
He definitely has something to do with it at this point because the looks he was giving me, well, not me, but the looks he was giving when we were talking about all this was bar none the most suspicious activity I've seen in a minute here. And obviously there's probably, little people that he was like, hey, go do this for me. Stab the guy.
I'm just surprised that he would murder Rooney. Like, he would stoop to that level. That's awful.
That and the propaganda and all the other things.
Yeah, if we could figure out who started spreading the propaganda, that could maybe give us a lead on.
It's probably also all the Lithid stuff that's happening too.
Yeah. Hopefully Red does some good work on his side of things, because
Hopefully. I would have loved to join, but I sadly do not want to make matters worse.
Right.
So,
At this point, you all hear a knock on your door.
hello?
Yeah, come in.
In walks the dwarven innkeeper with another plate of food, because she knows that you guys are having a lot of food in here. She goes, "Oh, hello, sweeties. I brought some more food for you. Here you go." And she
Thank
sets it on
you.
the table. And she says, "Hey, have you guys been reading the pamphlets outside?"
No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
No?
Like, what? New ones or the same ones from this morning?
Oh, I just found a whole bunch of them outside. I've been cleaning them up, and I started taking a look at them, and man, someone's very upset. I mean, it's kind of convincing, you know, if you read a little bit of it. But I've mostly been trying to throw them away. But
Yeah, can we take a look
Listen.
at one of them?
oh, of course, sweetie. Listen though, don't believe anything you read. This is kind of crazy, you know. That forge has been here for many generations, but
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we had to stop the unrest at the forge this morning.
oh yeah. Well, you guys have a good time. If you need any more food, you let me know. She'll
Yeah.
Will do, thank
thank
you so
you.
much.
shut the door and leave.
Do we have a pamphlet now? Is
Yeah,
it the same one?
She would have handed you one of them. And yes,
It's the same one? Okay.
Yeah.
So
still the
they're
same
still-
propaganda.
that means they're still spreading these things. Someone's still spreading
Either
these.
that, or they're just with a million made somehow within a day or two.
Are
Yeah.
you investigating it or looking at it at all?
Yeah,
I'll-
absolutely.
I'll look at it too. Yeah.
Okay, so
I didn't
Oh,
get a
okay.
chance to look at it yet. So.
you and Verdant are reading it together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question mark. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of thing that you took a quick gander at this morning, but there are multiple pages to it, just so you know. And so you are reading the first page, and it's all about how evil everything is, and then you open to the second page, and you start reading it, and I need you both to roll me wisdom saving throws.
Son of a gun.
What the heck?
Don't you what the heck me? Read it!
Okay. Well, Abaddon gets, what was it, +2?
Well, I'll give it a non-natural 20 then.
Mm-hmm. Verdant.
Okay. Take that. I am wise.
Okay. Abaddon, you would have noticed this first, but as you're reading the second page of everything, you feel as if like your head is a little fuzzy as you're trying to read the second page. You had to like read the first couple sentences a couple times, and you stop and you look away and you see that Verdant is just ignoring everything and just kind of reading through it because he's not affected by anything. But you get the feeling that there's something weird about this pamphlet.
Okay.
Do I notice the energy, or do I just power through
You rolled too high. No, you don't notice anything.
Dang it!
Sucker for success over here.
Okay, so I think I know what is why they were all mad.
Why is that?
You keep reading. Finish the pamphlet.
Okay, I'll keep reading.
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Jeez Louise.
What
I
are
was
you
thinking in
doing
my
while
head.
he's reading it?
I'm thinking in my head, that wasn't you, was it?
Now, would I mess with your head?
Yes. I just wanted to know, was it you or the pamphlet?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So it wasn't
Why don't
got it.
you let me control it and I'll take a look for you?
No, that's quite all right.
Are you sure? I can do it
Absolutely.
real quick.
I have my lovely con guy here to look at it.
Mm.
Yeah.
You didn't hear any of this.
I know.
And he seems fine, so I'm going to continue with that. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm just going to wait till he finishes reading it.
Vernon finishes reading it and he doesn't seem to have any side effects. It's just all a bunch of crap, Vernon. Like, it's all about typical fear mongering, distrust, that kind of crap.
Mm.
Okay, you're done. Good.
Yeah,
The
what's going
pamphlet
on?
is definitely has something onto it because my brain started to get super fuzzy on the second page.
Oh, you think they're like imbued with like an arcane energy or something?
Actually, that's a good question. I'll detect magic.
Oh, there you go.
You're detecting magic?
I was going to do that as soon as she came in the room again, and then I didn't. And then because I forgot. Squirrel moment. Yes, I'm detecting magic.
Okay. So after Vern finishes reading it and you use your detect magic, and you do see a faint aura of the School of Enchantment on the pamphlet.
There's a lot of magic. Do I feel, because there's other ones in this building, and I can detect it through 3 feet of wood or 1 inch of stone or whatever too.
These
like
are more than 1
30
inch
feet
of
of me.
stone.
Yeah, that's some
Okay,
pretty thick
that's fair.
stone.
Underneath me too, or no? Is this all stone underneath me?
Oh, it's all stone. You were in a Dwarven city underground. It's all
You
stone.
are so right. Okay. Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
You can
Anything else
open the
that's magical
door.
that's- Yeah, I'll do that actually.
You open the door and look out at the innkeeper, and she does in fact have a bunch of the pamphlets in her wastebasket, and they are glowing. But it's
come
not
back in.
all of them. It seems that only like 1 in 4 seem to be glowing.
Just a lot. Okay, so not all of these are magically imbued, but I guess the one that we grabbed sadly was. But it's good to know because now we know that they are not good. at
So
all.
they're like charming people, or
It's,
like what?
it's enchantment, so it what does enchantment magic do again? Help me out here.
Magic.
Suggestion, like the spell suggestion.
Yes. Yeah.
It's mind
It-
magic.
Mind magic.
Yes. Mind magic stuff, you know. So
Okay,
yes,
so it's
basically
meant to
like
be effective.
persuading you to want to follow what it's saying.
Okay, all right. So my next set of objectives is to get out there and get rid of as many of these as possible.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think? What are you gonna do?
Not a bad idea. I'm going to stay here still
Okay,
because I don't want to cause more of a ruckus.
all right. I'm gonna head out.
How are
and
you getting
get
rid of
this.
the pamphlets?
I'm gonna collect as many of them as possible, and
Mhm.
I'll bring them back to the room once I collect as many as I possibly can hold.
So you wish to
And-
collect as many pamphlets as you can and bring them all back to your room at the inn.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
think of disposing them later.
Sure. All good.
Let's concentrate this suggested enchantment in our
Too late.
room.
That's what he's doing. All right, back to now that
Listen,
Verdant and
Abaddon's in there. He'll
Abaddon.
know what to do.
Why,
Okay.
Give
why
me
am
my
I
bag
in
of
this
holding.
party?
I
Why
give
am
my
I
bag of
here?
holding.
You know what? I quit. I go join Blue.
Yeah.
Right. So
Can I give my bag
Isaac,
of holding to gather this up?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to use them at the moment. Put them in here because it's probably a safer spot to put them than just out in the open.
Will do.
Thank you.
all right, Isaac, Red,
Yes.
you are rushing to Isaac. So we're backtracking a little bit.
Yeah.
You are going to Isaac. Isaac doesn't know anything yet. Isaac, you were standing in front of the door as a person between the outside world and the forge. Go ahead.
Isaac,
Yeah.
shit's fucked right now.
But more than normal.
Brother, listen to me. Things are about to get real bad here.
BB.
Hell.
Rooney's killed. Rooney's been killed.
Son of a bitch.
He's been stabbed to death in his temple. It had to have happened earlier this morning.
Well, let's move beyond. Let's move beyond just trying to do something to active assassinations.
Yes.
And they were trying to get rid of this too. Whoever is doing this is panicking.
Yeah, and I'm getting ready to go kick a hornet's nest.
Don't get over your head because I'm stuck here.
I'll be fine.
I'm gonna tell Blue. He should
Can't
know the day.
You're not going to be able to get in there.
I can talk to the people on the other side. I'm sure Blue has enough in him that he'll come to the door and talk to me.
Okay. I need to do two things. One, I'm going to go check on my friend, the apothecary, because he was seen with us. Two, I'm going to the council, and I'm going to kick a hornet's nest. Now, I have Abaddon staying in the room with Marco.
How well do you know the apothecary?
I don't know him that well. The only reason I care is because he knew Kilthar and he knew the Red Suns. And he knew what I was when he first seen me. And he has, he likes my kind.
That's good. But it doesn't take him out of the realm of suspicion.
No, it doesn't. But I will make sure without knowing he's okay.
Gotcha.
I'll go to the council first. That'll be the first place I go. Then on the way back, I'll check with him.
All
But
right.
I have Abaddon with Marco in the room. And I'm hoping he has the wherewithal about him to not leave. And I took his weapon from him.
Well, that's probably the smartest thing.
The door to the church was kicked in. Now, the only people in our group that are strong enough to do something like that is me and you. And this morning, you and I were sitting at the front of a crowd holding back a mob.
Speaking of which, I don't know if I can hold it back by myself if I come back again.
Well, give him that dad voice.
I'm not letting him through this door, Red.
I know. Don't worry.
Go do
I'm
what
gonna
you got to do.
I'm going to kick a hornet's nest. I'll see you soon.
So,
Okay. I am blitzing my way straight to the council halls.
Okay. So you're going to the council.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. So you're going to the council by yourself. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going by myself. Isaac keeping watch here would be good. Verdant's off doing what Verdant's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Removing propaganda.
As far as I know, Verdant is with Elise.
Yeah.
As far as you know.
Abaddon is with Marco. And there's a good amount of people here that see me as more heroic than the rest of them.
Okay.
What the heck?
So you make your way to the council hall. And, I'm assuming you request an audience.
Yes.
Okay. They will let you know that currently the council has a huge influx of civilians very upset and demanding that the forge be destroyed. So they are actually in the middle of a public hearing trying to calm everyone down. Now, they are actually doing a very good job, and most of the civilians have, like, calmed down, they've walked out of there, and so you are kind of here at the end of everything, where there are still a few passionately very upset, and at this time, Agram is kind of talking everybody down. So you are allowed to go in as it is currently an open public space, as he is listening to the concerns of the citizens of his city. You do notice...
I'll wait my turn.
You do notice that there are 2 council members missing. Thrain is not up there, and neither is Brock. I know I called him Brock, and I didn't think about it till now. His name is Brock Stonethrow. Missing on the right side. So those are the two that are currently not here. As Agram kind of talks the rest of the civilians down, you do make your way up there. Finally, there are still some more people like in here, wanting to talk to him, but they came in after you. So it is now your turn to speak to Agram.
Morning, sir.
Hello, Red. What can we
Yeah,
assist you with today?
I'm sure you're getting real tired of seeing me running in here.
Have you come
I
to
need-
tell us more about the Forge?
No, I actually came with some very important information, but I need it to be for your all's ears only.
Fortunately, we have a public room at this time, so you will
Yeah,
have to wait.
That's unfortunate for them. I will wait until everybody's gone,
Okay.
but please know that what I say is very urgent. What I have bringing you here is urgent.
Is it as urgent as someone being assassinated at the temple?
You're quick.
We've already heard about it.
And
We sent Thrain and Brock to go look into it.
I see.
Do you have information about that?
I have more to tell, but I will do it when others are not here.
Very well.
You heard I tried to get back in yesterday, right?
Vaguely. Someone said someone was looking to get into the council yesterday, but we were in a meeting all day.
Yeah. I tried to deliver this information to you yesterday. It's going to be coming late.
Okay. So you will take a stand to the side for just a little bit for them to finish hearing the rest of the civilians' concerns. And then they will shoo, like, the rest of them get pushed out and the doors shut behind them. And they say, okay, Red, what do you have to report to us that you don't wish to speak in front of others?
Yesterday, when we reported this news, it came to my attention that Thrain was very nervous when we brought up what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
We know that mind flayers are involved, which means if anybody else is involved, they're probably not in their right mind. I know I'm coming to you here as a stranger, and I'm doing everything I can to help. But when he is sitting there acting very nervous about these monsters coming back, and not nervous as in he's scared of them, nervous as in things are coming undone. And Rooney's been killed this morning, as you know.
Yes.
People directly associated with us. And I know how some of the people here think it wasn't us.
None of you all were seen anywhere near that building. Most of you were in front of the Forge, trying to calm down the citizens, and I do thank you for that.
We're doing everything we can. I am concerned that Thrain does not have everyone's best interest in mind. And I wanted to say this in front of him because I want you to see his face when I tell this and when he hears that from me.
Thank you for your report, and we will look into Thrain to see if he has anything to do with the current events happening in the city.
I don't know what more we can do to help here. I don't know what caused these mobs to happen. We've seen a bunch of flyers.
Yes, I've read some of the flyers. They're propaganda about how it's terrible, but I don't understand how it could push the citizens to such a erratic degree. It's perchance maybe why the children are sick or something, but we will look into it.
Is there anything you wish me and my group to do
Honestly,
as of now?
keep protecting yourselves. You have not caused harm to the citizens. The only person that is even a little bit suspicious to the rest of the citizens is your tiefling friend. And all of everyone else seems to be on relatively good notes with everyone else. I haven't heard anything negative about the blonde one, either of the
Which
blonde
one?
ones.
Okay.
So,
Abaddon he means well. He's not very smart sometimes. He's, well, the way my teacher would say it, he's new to the world.
I see.
He's a stone yet unpolished, I think is his way of saying it.
Well, as we all know that there are lithids trying to infiltrate the city right now, and the only thing keeping them at bay from not being able to enter the city is the artifact that has your friend connected to it at this time.
And he's not doing very well right now.
But since he is still alive, we know that they can't actually be in the city right now. So perhaps they have a thrall.
That's what I'm thinking. Or probably several. There's a lot of moving parts to what's going on here, and I don't think it's just one.
We are going to contain as much as we can, as fast as we can, and hopefully the Forge Master can finish that piece as quickly as he can.
We're at your disposal. You know this.
We will let you know. For now, just try to make sure that nothing stops the Forge from continuing. Without violence as much as possible.
I'm not looking to hurt anybody here.
Okay?
But if it means protecting your citizens, I'll do it. It
If
is the
someone
duty of the
attacks
strong
you have
to
the
protect
right
the
to
weak.
self-defense.
All right. I'll go deliver the information to my party.
Okay? And we will look into things on our side.
When I mentioned Thrain not having everybody's best interest in mind,
Yeah,
could I have incited the other two?
sure.
That's all right.
The only thing you can really tell is
today.
they seem kind of frazzled just from everything going on today. You don't really get much else out of them.
Has the reservoir been drained yet?
Velna will say yes, it has been drained. It is in the process of being cleaned, but most of the workers joined the riots this morning, so it was at a standstill, and we are getting back to it.
You want me and my group to come and help?
I'm fairly certain Agram asked you to watch over the forge, but if you have time to spare, sure.
I will make time to spare if I have to.
Okie dokie.
All right, I'm gonna dip out.
Thank you for your report. We'll keep you updated. And you leave the council hall once more. Still with the two on the council things missing at this time. I'm assuming you make your way back to your inn.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to the inn because I want to check on Marco real quick.
Sure. You make your way back to the inn at the same time that you see Verdant kind of rushing back inside with a bag with papers spilling out of it, arms full of pamphlets rushing inside.
It's a bag of holding, so I don't know if it'd be spilling out. If that's the case, then
He
all the
is
contents
not
would fall out.
Good at stuffing them inside, so they're
What
kind
do
of
you mean I'm
hanging out
not
the
good
side.
at it?
You
Give
are
me
doing
a
it
dexterity check.
What are you
quickly.
doing?
All right. All right. Kath, do I know if I got most of the propaganda out of here? At
You
least?
picked up as much as you could find.
Okay. Yo, Red. This propaganda.
Yeah, what are you doing?
This propaganda has a bunch of arcane crap imbued on it that's making people angrier. So,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Dies, turns around to go back.
yeah. So we have to get rid of
They're
this.
not going to let me in again. There's no way. Okay, so one is Elise here?
Yes, she is here.
Okay.
The only person not currently here is Isaac, who is sitting alone at the forge by himself.
Yeah, I'm heading there next.
Angrily looking out across
Okay.
whoever comes up that way.
I'm just gonna like fingers on my temples, like, all right. So they know about Rooney being killed.
Luckily, there's a lot
Elise
of witnesses.
says, "What?
Did Abaddon not tell you all?
Yeah, Abaddon told us.
Oh, wait, that's what you were talking about? I was kind of zoning.
Yes, I did. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I
Rooney's
told
been
you.
murdered.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I listened to Red a lot more than you. Wait, how did this happen?
Whoa!
Thanks. That makes me feel so
Damn.
much better.
Oh my god!
Specifically, he was stabbed to death.
Oh,
Yes, I also mentioned this as well.
I thought you were joking. Like you know, not
Since
serious.
when was I sarcastic about somebody dying?
You don't care about people dying, so you're very nonchalant about it.
Okay, this is
She's
true.
got you
I
there.
can agree. Yes, no, she does have me there. She does.
So there
And
wasn't
anyway,
any kind of sense of urgency in your tone.
Sorry, I should have specified that it was a very real thing that happened, and it wasn't like, oh yes, this person died. Haha, funny joke.
No, you didn't say it as a. Never mind. Okay, continue.
So-
Just continue.
I will be more clear next time
Thank you.
So
with that.
Rooney
I
was
apologize.
Next time
murdered.
somebody dies, I will be specific.
Look, I pointed out to the council that Thrain is acting off.
Oh, thank
Luckily,
God.
Angram knows what a thrall is.
What's that?
Mind flayers have thralls that do their biddings.
Ah,
So Angram at least has his wits about him. But now that I know these papers are magical, some of the guards were in that crowd. That means it's working on some. Are they? Why is it work? Is okay.
it's like persuasive magic.
Yeah, it messes with
Suggestion,
their mind.
enchantment magic. So, like, I was
Do you
reading
have
this.
some that you know are magical?
Yes, I'll
Okay.
hold up the one that I have.
Okay, I will take that. I'm gonna roll it up. Not gonna look at it.
Okay.
It's only when I started reading the second page is when I started feeling it.
Okay.
So,
So-
just as the warning, I
I
don't know
need-
when it starts.
Pen and writing paper.
Got you. You want me to
Okay.
write this?
Yeah, your handwriting is much better than mine.
This is true.
Okay. Write message from Red.
Red. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Just trying to give you drinks.
Jeez Louise.
Pamphlets affected by magic.
Pamphlets affected by magic. Okay.
Evidence included.
Evidence is included.
Yeah.
In this
So
letter.
and I'm gonna roll that up with the one we got. Take some string, tie it up.
Boom.
All right.
I got most of them here. Obviously not all of them, but
Should I just
Burn
start
it?
burning them?
No, because they're magic. They might blow up.
That's true, actually. Yeah, good call.
Oh
So-
no, you learned. Dang.
Oh, you
So-
learned dang is really crazy.
As many times as I've blown up every one of your locations for things that you've burned, you know.
Verdant,
Oh.
you know where the city hall place is.
yeah.
How's it just not making sense to me?
Oh my god.
That
You
makes
should
so
get-
much sense.
And the cool thing is, the city's seen you around in your broom before, so it's not going to cause any alarm when you're flying.
Absolutely.
Also, what should
Um,
we do with all those pamphlets then, since they're technically in my bag of holding now that he has? Because I don't want that back now.
I guess keep stuffing them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, so Anger wants us to keep an eye on the forge. He understands that is our top priority.
Absolutely.
Right.
Unfortunately, this propaganda stuff, the one there was people that were supposed to be cleaning the reservoir, a lot of them left to join the crowds.
Oh, damn, really?
Ah,
Yes.
Good thing I
So-
swiped most of these then.
Well, not most of them. There's a trail leading from here all the way to Rooney's. Marco, you good, buddy?
Yeah. Yes, are we going to the reservoir? You said you needed help over there.
No, we are to stay here and guard the forge. That's our
Oh,
job.
I can do that. I'm good. I'm flexy. Yeah.
Okay.
Lexi.
So I just, Abaddon, if at all possible, I need you to stay with us as much because out of everybody here, you're the only one they've had any remote suspicion of it, and that's from Agron himself.
that's honestly fair. I'm not the most inconspicuous guy. I do stand out a lot.
So just stay with us. Verdant,
I mean,
you're
the
faster than me on the
purple
broom.
kind of points me out.
You know, if I was gonna have Verdant deliver this, I don't need the handwritten letter. Fuck it. Just take the bag of evidence, the pamphlets.
Me?
Yeah.
No, Verdant.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there are guards outside the council area.
Yeah.
Let them know. Hand over the evidence. Try and
All right.
keep the bag if you can.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, no, keep my bag of
Okay.
holding. Actually, hold on. I'm going to grab my book that is stuff that I read to Luala with out of the bag.
Okay.
Take it with me. Okay, yes, I need that. There's a bunch of other wild things in there, but just, yeah, if you can,
I'll try and keep
reach
it. No
in
worries.
and only think of those because it, you take out what you can think of. So
Okay.
just pull them all out.
All right.
You have anything suspicious in there, Abaddon?
Yeah, is there any,
Uh,
like... anything that'll, like...
Pull out the ink
Stab 'em.
bottle with Boggleheart mushroom ooze in it that's still capped in there.
Okay.
All right.
I'll give it to Red.
Sketchy liquids. Got it.
Oh.
This is the Boggleheart from a long time ago. Remember that?
Yeah, there's no way this is still good.
No, it's ooze from it.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I just put it in my bag. Might have use for this.
What did that do?
It's good at killing Fae.
Right.
it's
thank
really-
you, yes.
It's really good that one Fae didn't know that we had that stuff on us.
Which one?
The one that Isaac made a deal with to get the magic water bottle.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm really glad she didn't know about that. We would have been fucked.
Understandable.
Didn't pull it
Yeah.
out.
No, I didn't.
So,
All right. So I'll deliver this.
Elise,
over.
if you can, stick with us too, please.
Of course.
Once I'm done with this, I'll meet you guys at the forge, or...
Yeah, at the forge.
Okay.
And don't with whoever's doing this, and this is probably my paranoia speaking because I'm getting increasingly uncomfortable being here. With this feels like a sudden like oh shit moment from whoever's pulling these strings, and they're doing everything they can. No distractions. Verda, I need you there and back.
Yeah. No problem.
We're gonna stand out. We're gonna protect the forge. We'll meet you. We'll see you there.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
So while you have been running around doing all of that, we're going to flip back over to Isaac. As you have been standing here all quietly protecting the forge and being very stoic and all of that good fun jazz. Yes?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. At one point, you do obviously occasionally have to like shuffle people away. Just a couple stragglers here and there. They seem to be clutching a pamphlet, angrily shouting at you, and then you kind of talk them down and they go away because they don't have a large crowd behind them, right?
Yeah. Just just take the paper away, throw it on the floor. Get out of here.
After
Riot's canceled.
after a bit of time, you actually see someone you recognize coming down the street towards the forge. And this is Brock Stonethrow, one of the council members that you saw he hasn't really spoken a whole bunch. You don't know a terrible amount about him because he's just kind of there, you know? Like, he was one of the quiet ones. But you see him coming down towards you, very determined. And he comes up to you. And he is actually the dwarf of, of the blacksmiths of the city, the miners, the artisans. And so he's coming up to here and he says, "Hey, I know you and I haven't really talked. I've seen you come into the council for a long time. Hey, I'm Brock." And he'll put out his hand.
I'll shake his hand. Isaac.
Okay. Listen, I don't know if you've heard, but Rooney has been killed. We are suspecting that the riot from this morning had something to do with it. I came here to help protect the forge, as obviously getting this item finished is really important. And so I am going to see if I can get inside to stay in there with them and see if we can get this done any faster.
Apparently, Blue doesn't want anybody in there. Just who he has. We're more than free. We can ask. But you have to understand, they put me in, I've been here to keep everybody out.
Blue knows
Right now
me.
I'll knock on the door and see if Blue will give him entry.
You go through the chain of command, essentially. The smaller, forge apprentice, and they pass the word along, and you and Brock are kind of standing there. And he's a pretty tough-built guy, right? Like, he obviously uses his hands a whole bunch, very thick, very dwarfen built, as if he's worked a forge for a really long time. And you can tell that because you obviously work a forge too.
Yeah.
And eventually you do hear Blue from the other side of the door saying, "We can let Brock in. That's fine." And they will.
Blue, but before he goes in there, I'll tell him, Blue, before we do, understand Rooney was assassinated.
Blue doesn't really betray any emotion. He is a construct, so it's kind of hard to read emotion of a construct. But he doesn't fly off the handle, but you do see him kind of have a very precise look. And he says, "Listen, we only need about 12 more hours to finish this item. And then we got to get it down there and plug it in. So, if Brock can help us, might get it done faster."
I understand. I trust your judgment. You've been here a lot longer than I have. And I'm sure you have weighed the options more than I could. The only reason I wanted to make sure you knew is just so you know there are people actively trying to stop this.
Blue will
Not
look
saying
over.
anything against you, Brock.
Blue
You
will look
understand that?
over at Brock and kind of look him up and down while you're talking. Go ahead.
I'm sure you understand as much as I have. Even though you have much higher standing and much higher reputation than I do. At this point, everybody's a suspect. But if Blue vouches for you, I have no issue. Blue, you know I'm here if you need help.
We will call if anything happens on the inside, but currently we have everything we need. We shouldn't need to open these doors again.
Brock, I hope you'll take no offense to my old suspicious ways.
None taken. Faster we can get this done, the better.
Exactly.
There's too much chaos in this city right now.
Yeah. I'd rather make sure I save my friend's life and set the city free finally.
And Blue will open the door, and Brock will go inside through the open door. And so that happened, and then we'll say your friends show up about 30 minutes later.
I do an insight as he starts to go in because you always say I never do an insight.
Brock does seem stressed. Like, he doesn't seem nervous, he doesn't seem worried, but he seems that he is extremely stressed by the situation happening in the city at this time.
Does he seem honest?
He does seem
Like-
honest. He seems like he wants to help get this done as fast as possible.
Very well. I assume Blue will wreck shit if things start going wrong.
One would hope. So about 30 minutes later or so, your party members show up.
I will inform Red. Brock came. I talked it over with Blue. He did go in to help. Blue did vouch for him.
Okay. Well,
He
now
said it
we-
could knock off. We're about 12 hours out from time, and then we have to get it down there and plug it in.
Well, now we need to go in there.
Nobody else is allowed in at the moment. What do we got going there for?
Well, the council said he wants us guarding the forge.
Well,
That came from Center Chair himself. Also,
Sure.
they figured out what's going on with the mobs.
really?
Those pamphlets that are everywhere, they're magically enchanted.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty locked down inside. We should be able to just protect the forge from here, because I think if we get in there, we're just gonna fuck things up.
Right.
We're essentially guarding the entrance to a locked door right now.
I also told them that they need to keep an eye on Thrain because I don't think that he's got everybody's best interest in mind. They seem to have taken me seriously.
I don't
Just-
know. While I agree, I've also watched Abaddon get accused multiple times in this too.
Well, I
I wonder if we're missing
we've
someone.
talked about that as well. And nobody in our group is suspicious. They knew about Rooney before I even got there.
I will knock and ask if Blue wants us inside or outside because the city council said they want us directly guarding the forge.
Hey, Red.
Yep.
What did you tell your party members about when you went to the council hall? What specifically did you tell them?
Like this most recent time?
Right. Did you tell them anything about like what the council is doing, what actions they've taken or anything of that?
Well, they didn't tell me any of the actions they're taking.
I see. Okay.
But what I would tell the party, I would make sure everybody's caught up to where I'm at. I would start with they had an open meeting with there's a whole bunch of people talking to the council trying to get this shut down. Luckily, Center Chair knows better and wants this done. She sent Thrain and this guy to go check on Rooney. Brock. To go check on Rooney. That's how they knew.
Well, Brock's in there now.
Brock's in there.
Yeah. Right. I just told you. Blue vouched for him. I had no clue about this.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to get information here as around as fast as I can. Shit.
look, I'm a 100% level with you. If somebody's stupid enough to be in there and mess around with that forge, I'm pretty sure Blue will rock the ever-loving shit out of them. I'm pretty sure he could wipe this whole party without even getting even remotely tired.
Kath, I spent a good amount of time in the forge.
Yes.
Are there any other entrances?
Other than where the water came in, no.
Where does the water come in?
It came in through pipes, but they have since sealed them since you told them not to use any of that water.
All right. Is this door perfectly sealed?
It appears to be perfectly sealed.
What I asked about that is like, is there any sort of gap underneath the door?
Not that you can see.
No windows, no nothing.
Nope.
Did I get a response for them when I asked if Blue wanted us to stay inside or outside?
Like you
I
knocked
would've
on
been
the door?
Yeah, I knocked on the door after it was, hey, this is the council wants us to directly guard the forge. I was like, all right, let me ask, see if Blue wants me to be in there with them or they just want us to directly guard the front.
You knocked on that, and Red continued talking. You were waiting for a reply. And then you knock again. But you aren't getting a reply from anyone inside.
So, bitch, is the door unlocked?
No,
To the forge?
of course not.
Am I with him?
Yeah, you're all together right now.
Abaddon Spider.
Huh?
Abaddon, turn into a spider. I need your eyes in there.
Can you?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was checking for the gap.
There is no gap.
We need to get in there.
You want me to lockpick this?
Can you?
There's no
I'll take
visible
this.
lock.
Is there a lock to pick?
Let me look.
I look. Is Marco's with us now, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks tired, but he's with you guys.
Okay, so he's not visibly getting worse.
How thick was the door?
I mean, he looks a little more gray. How big is the door? It's
Thick.
wide, thick.
Is it wood or stone?
It is. Appears to be made out of pure metal.
Okay.
So you are unsure how thick the door is.
Well, I've seen it before.
No, you haven't. This is a
been
door that
inside the
came from
forge.
the top down. This appears to be
Oh.
some kind of shutter mechanism to keep everyone out.
I press my hands in my ear to the door. Has the forges stopped?
Roll me perception.
Or have they stopped working?
I see him doing that. Can I do it too?
Sure. Roll me perception.
For once, I would love to get above a 10 on my perception.
You
Look at
guys still hear things happening inside through the door as best you can. But as you're kind of leaned against it, you all hear a heavy thud on the other side of the door. And for a split moment, you know what that sound is, Red. That is the sound of a body hitting a wall. And then in the next moment, you see the door is actually starting to lift upwards. And on the other side, you see one of the forge apprentices covered in blood. And he has done all that he can to get the door open before falling unconscious. Inside the room, you see most of the people that were working on the forge, all of the apprentices and the forge master in blue right now, fighting what you can only assume to be some kind of Mind Flayer hybrid who seems to be much larger than everyone else. And Brock is actually unconscious as well on the other side of the room. And this is
Zephyr
where we're going to
strike.
pause this week, and we will
What about-
pick up.
What about my delivery?
What about your delivery?
Oh shit, Vernon isn't here.
Yeah, I'm across the town delivering the evidence.
Well,
Or-
you're here right now, so I don't know. You've already done it in your back. Because I assumed you were
Oh.
with your party.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Good
Yeah,
job.
but she did say Isaac was by himself for a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, Isaac
Yeah,
was by himself
okay.
for a good
Yeah.
30 minutes, and then you all showed up. All of you. I said
Okay.
all of you showed up.
So I successfully managed to turn in the evidence and the letter that read, or
Sure.
that Abaddon
You
wrote.
were on your broom, you zipped there, you zipped back. We already have established that.
Okay, and I got the bag still for Abaddon, so I'll give Abaddon's bag back.
Sure. Again,
Yes,
I
thank you.
said everyone was here, so this is not out of everything. Everyone came here, so that was
Cool.
already done.
Mission accomplished. All right, just wanted to.
Yep.
No.
That's fine.
Cool.
So at this point, we were going to pause here, and then next week will be our Forge battle, to where somehow a Mind Flayer got into the Forge room, which is crazy.
I assume he came in through Brock.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you for the intrigue into the combat, and I will see you all again next Tuesday for the finale of
Josh.
What Happened. Hey,
Huzzah, huzzah,
bye bye
huzzah.
everybody. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.